If I could do this trip all over again, would I change anything? Rental car, 100%. Well, gents, we're in the sticks now. I don't know where navigation's taking me. These houses are cute as a button, man. Goodness gracious. That is pretty stinking cool. One more breakfast out here. One last devotion time here. The sun hasn't quite come over that peak for the sun to hit me, that morning sun. It's always a treat when that does that. The mountains are so high up there. It just takes a while for the sun to come up. So again, you won't see any sunrises here because you're in the valley. But if there's some clouds, you'll get that pink in the evening time. But once that sun comes right above that little V right there and hits me in the face while I'm out here, it's delightful. Now remember, March 29th, I think it was the time change. So it actually comes up later than it was when I first checked in. When I first checked in, it was like 9:05 a.m. on the dot. Pa-da! And now it's like 9:40 right now, and it hasn't even crested quite yet. But it's almost there. So we're going to enjoy that. Absolutely. Oatmeal, finishing up my eggs as well. I had 2 eggs left. I want to finish up all my food. I don't want to waste any food. Had all my veggies last night with my pizza. Feeling good. Definitely a beautiful valley, definitely a beautiful trip. Definitely wish I had an additional week, not necessarily here. I'd like to go off into the country, go look at some chateaus, maybe even stay in one, but for another trip. I mean, sky's the limit. God can do anything. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. All right, let me enjoy some breakfast. It's actually cresting a little bit earlier. It's like 9:42 right now, and here it comes. Alrighty, 6 minutes before schedule. The cleaner is actually cleaning the top unit, and there's really no rush, but I told them I was gonna be out by 12, and they gave me a complimentary 2-hour. So I'm definitely gonna abide by that. Started the dishwasher, checked everything, triple check. I almost left one thing behind. Definitely make sure you have your passport, all your stuff, and great news. So I actually see a car behind the house, so I don't know if they're coming in now or not, but I am out. Glad I had beautiful privacy. This has been a treat. Again, thank you, Lord. And I think what I'm gonna do, filled up my water bottle, took all the trash out, started the dishwasher once again. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably head over to Lake Annecy. No really, need to check in Geneva, like right on time. So it's like, I think 2 hours to Lake Annecy and then an additional hour on top of that back to Geneva. So I think that's the battle plan for today. Probably pull into Crown Plaza Hotel, maybe 4:30 ballpark, spin, just drive around Lake Annecy, maybe park and check out some scenes. I'm gonna check out the navigation one more time here before I do leave. There's just no rush. It's only 12 right now. If I headed straight to Geneva, I wouldn't even be able to check in to the Crown Plaza yet. And I found out, I'll talk to you about it on the way to Lake Annecy, which I've actually been to Lake Annecy before. My hair's looking a little frisky. There is watch and inspiration watch and something or other. It's a international, like really highly esteemed watch, like actual watches international convention, and it's happening near the airport. That's why all the hotels in the airport area are like fully booked and super expensive, because it goes from April 1st to April 7th. And I'm staying, people come in early, so I'm staying March 31st, checking out April 1st, really early in the morning for my flight. Typically prices are a lot better when I originally looked at it, but the dates weren't these dates. Unfortunately, you're going to pay quite a bit of money, even for like the Holiday Inn or the Isbiz. Budget-friendly one that should be like $140 a night is like jacked up to like $285 or something like that. So anyway, we're going to do one more quick check for all your plugs, chargers, because after 8 nights, you do spread things around. I've already checked out this room and want to leave a good impression with Mana Homes as well. Took out the trash, closed the doors, got all my stuff in the bathroom, went to the bathroom, maybe one more piddle, and we'll call it a day and put the keys back in the lockbox. My hair's looking a little frisky. I need to go hit the trash can real quick. I did sip the water right here at the fountain, pouring down right there. I do need to throw away trash, and then, it's been a good stay, man. It's been a good stay. Let's see, yeah, nobody, no rental cars at the big original chalet. I don't see anybody. Trash cans are not too far up the street right here. And then we'll be punching out that direction going towards La Zouche. And it's actually only an hour 45 to Lake Annecy, and then tack on another like hour and 7 minutes to, okay, here's the trash real quick. Let me buzz in here real quick. Jesus has risen. Jesus is not on the cross anymore, my friends. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, we're gonna take the slow way. Let's see here. We're gonna go, he's on his bike. We're gonna go the La Zouche way, the way that it wanted me to go. It's gonna be an absolute, there we go, baby. Porsche with the ski box. All right, so now we're on the main drag below the chateaus, the chalets. I'm gonna miss this place. I'm gonna miss this place. Adjou du Midi right up there. Van Lifer right here. They got a UK sticker. Wow, that's gonna be a sprawl right there. Again, I wouldn't want to be on the main highway because our street is literally right there. It's just like one street up and you can't hear the traffic down here, which is absolutely fantastic. Oh, goodness gracious. So the weather this week is going to be absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Mid-50s the whole entire week. Sunny. There's not one like day that says it's going to have a cloud in the sky. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Lord, would you protect me driving to Lake Annecy? Would you bless me as I return the rental car? Would you bless me as I check into the Crown Plaza? Would you bless the flights home? Would you bless my body, keep me away from sickness on the airplane? Thank you for my immune system firing on all cylinders. Blessed be the name of the Lord in Jesus' name. Amen. Whew. This is it, baby. This is it. Right back over here. The hotel, the lake, van lifing with your dog. They love their huskies around here. I've seen a lot of huskies. I haven't really seen any doodles. That might be an American thing. But people are loving this weather with their pups. And again, if you got your dog, you're probably either a local, you could be military, but all right, I gotta put the camera down. Little police officer behind me. Alrighty, folks. Let's see, those prices, no, not so much because you're right off the highway. That's kind of your big truck stop gas electric charger spot. Let's see here. So, going through La Zouche right now, and we are on the way to Lake Annecy, my friends. Yeah, that is bare bones, man. La Zouche is pretty bare. Goodness gracious. My Airbnb was right up on the hill coming up here. Or no, I'm sorry, around the bend over here. There's the river I could see. There's the train bridge. Yeah, okay, the Airbnb is right up on that hill. Right there. Now I'm taking a different way than Saint-Gervais-Mont-Blanc. I'm going back the way I came, like I would be going to Geneva, but I'll be cutting off. So if you were going to Saint-Gervais-Mont-Blanc, you would take the road underneath the train bridge. But again, I am not going that direction. So we're following navigation. We're gonna roll some windows down. It's a beautiful day. Google Maps says hour 33 once I got to La Zouche, even with a little bit of construction slowdown. Always pay attention to Google Maps. Google Maps is dialed in. Let's see, are we diverting? I think we might be diverting and then jumping off, jumping back on. I'm not exactly sure. Oh no, I'm not really sure what we're doing. I'm following traffic. Oh yeah, no, we're back on the highway. We just kind of merged over to them. Now we're merging back over here. And then we open up really nicely. But I am gonna get in a slow lane. Wait, is this the same road as Saint-Gervais-Mont-Blanc? You know what, I think it is. I think you could either A, go underneath the bridge and then merge over here. So yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm going the same direction. So you could either A, go underneath the bridge, which I thought was prettier, and then connect with this, or for some reason go under, go in the tunnel. But yeah, I'm coming back around, dropping down into the same valley for Saint-Gervais-Mont-Blanc is around the corner down over here. I haven't seen any, obviously I haven't been on the Autobahn, but I haven't seen any Annecy, only 49 minutes. No, 49. It says 49 MN, but it's not minutes. Oh, shoot. I think hold on. I think I got to go back and do, because I wouldn't mind taking some tolls if it's going to save that amount of time. It was only going to save 15 minutes. I don't know how many toll booths, so I'm not doing tolls, and I'm going to save 15, or it's going to be 15 minutes longer, but potentially could save like €7. I'm not exactly sure, but I did have it on avoid tolls, so do be a little careful of that. All right, we're dropping down. This minivan's going pretty slow, so we're going to go around them. What I was saying was I haven't seen any speed limits above 90 kilometers per hour, so do watch your speed, and was it in Geneva? I saw some speed cameras and a couple red light cameras, so do be careful about that as well. What you don't want is you don't want the rental car company sending you red light tickets and all that nonsense. So do be careful about that. Yeah, this is the same exact way. There's the hill I climbed up, Saint-Gervais-Mont-Blanc. We're just we're just in it, man. We're just gonna chill and enjoy this view. Probably pull off in 30 minutes, go pee, because I can pee whenever I want, because I'm traveling solo. Don't have to worry about bugging people and be like, hey, can you pull over? I gotta pee. Sky's the limit, baby. Sky is the limit. Let's enjoy this drive through Viva la France. I'm literally going the same direction I did. The gondola is like right up here. But I'm gonna be pushing left at the river. This is cool. I get to cruise through the town again. And you'll notice, I mean, it's taken me without doing tolls, so you will kind of go the opposite way like the actual signs say. So a little heads up on that one. Alrighty, if I could do this trip all over again, would I change anything? Definitely not. Super glad that I stayed in a multi-million-dollar chalet. Praise the Lord. In La Zouche, that was an incredible experience. And I'm glad I did 4 nights there. The other option was I was gonna do 3 nights, but because of like, you know, it just, I wouldn't say it goes by fast, but I did notice, I was like, man, I'm glad I'm not checking out today when it was like the 3 nights. I was like, I'm glad I have 1 extra night in this baller place to really enjoy it. Because it, again, I mean, in the perfect world, I would have gone maybe somewhere else for like 2 days so you could just blow off your jet lag, sleep. But it was really nice waking up, man, and going to bed that first night and looking up, thinking it was a plane, but it was the light at the top of Aja de Midi, man. So maybe I wouldn't change anything, but I would change starting your first day with the Mont Blanc Unlimited. Don't do it the next day you arrive. Sleep, get rid of your jet lag, have that a chill down day. Go, you know, bang out 2-3 hours on the slopes. Go buy a, 4-hour day, or just go explore the town. Let's see, I'm literally going the same exact direction, I think. Maybe not. Maybe that just looks like a similar church. The leaves are popping, man. The leaves are starting to pop. Okay, but super glad I did do the baller place. It was a little, I'm glad I did it for the review, but it was a little inconvenient checking out of the baller place 7 Summits and then, you know, having all my stuff in my car. But again, the rental car made it super simple for checking out. You don't have to worry about where am I going to put all my bags? Can I check in early, then go skiing? All that nonsense. So that worked out. The only way it would have worked out is with the rental car. Rental car, 100%. 100%. I thought I was going to be able to do it. When I first started planning this trip, I was like, do I really need a rental car? All the other vloggers I'm watching are doing, am I going the same way? I feel like I'm going the same way. All the other vloggers I'm watching are just bussing it and stuff like that, but being able to go up back streets whenever I want, however I want, going to Italy, Switzerland, yeah, you can get buses, you can get all that stuff, but yeah, I'm literally going the same way. I don't know why. Oh yeah, okay, I'm climbing up to Saint Gervais. That's right. You gotta like climb up from very low and then go. Yeah, I'm literally going the same direction. I wonder if I'm gonna actually like go the same direction. Let's see here. And sometimes Google Maps will actually talk to you in a quarter mile, and then sometimes it's in meters. It's more in meters than it is like quarter mile, but she just told me a quarter mile not too long ago. I am glad I came over here to Saint Gervais. It's a beautiful little town. Go explore it on a day like this. Come on. Saint Gervais. Okay, not Saint Gervais, Saint Gervais. Is it? I think so. Saint Gervais. Alrighty. Coming up here. Hour 16. Yeah, it's not very far at all, man. And it's such a prettier drive. Yeah, I might pull into this gondola just to go, okay, so instead of going up, look at the church with the clouds in the background, or the mountain in the background. I think I'm gonna go up to this gondola, park, run up here and go to the bathroom real quick. No, I'm literally gonna go back up the mountain again and then drop down the backside. I'm literally going the same direction. I don't even think this place is open. Oh no, that is open. It is absolutely gorgeous over here. And also that facility has really nice bathrooms. And I'm looking at the church steeple right now. Absolutely incredible. Alrighty, the guy at Eurocar, he wasn't lying about the summer winter tires. They are primarily eco-friendly summer tires engineered for fuel efficiency. They're kind of all season. They're not specifically winter tires. Well, I get to see this beautiful view once again. So what it must do is you must climb up this mountain and then drop over. But we're doing the same exact up to the Bitrix free parking lot up where the gondola peaks up. Alrighty, wow. What a blessing, man. Clean bathrooms, we're looking good. I haven't been to Lake Annecy since 2002, and I don't know if I told the story or not, but when my buddy and I came here, there was like a little farmer's market. We bought some strawberries. We went down to the lake, and I mean, it was just me and my buddy, but it was like, you know, it would be super romantic if you were with your spouse. Yeah, it was beautiful, man. We had some, oh, you know what though? No, I'm sorry. I would normally turn off here for Bitrix, right there, the lift right there. I would normally turn left right there, but I'm not. I'm actually heading straight. So instead of climbing up, you go straight. So this is gonna be a little bit newer route that I'm on. Well, this is a new route that I'm on right now. So we're down there by the lake, Lake Annecy, and it was absolutely beautiful. I've never been to Lake Como before, but I mean, it literally reminded me of, you know, just like that in the movies. It was absolutely gorgeous lake. And I don't know why Lake Como gets, you know, the Lake Como vibe. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. I've never seen it in person before. And Lake Como is actually not too far away. I think it's like only 3.5 hours. I think you got to go back through the tunnel. If you are going to do a day trip, I would definitely do it. Maybe like go ski, you know, Cormier for, you know, a few hours, have your Mont Blanc Unlimited pass, and then go through the tunnel, get your discount. But Lake Annecy, from what I remember, was absolutely stunning. We stayed in this little like, you know, like one bed. My buddy and I were on a budget, you know, so we would just like, I think we'd get mostly like double beds, but occasionally I think we had to like sleep back in your 20s. You didn't care if you slept in the same bed as your bud. You know, you're just hoping they don't fart in bed, you know, Dutch oven. Which, you know, people in their 20s, of course, they do that. I mean, goodness, people all, you know, all ages. It is what it is. You're at higher elevation. You got gas, man. Road biker whipping down this hill. Man, he's putting some kilometers on that thing. I'm doing 52. That homie's probably doing 50 by me. He was going fast. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna probably have our lunch out by the lake, maybe try to find a parking spot, maybe, you know, walk around a little bit. If not, we'll just drive around, we'll see, you know, but I mean, I would like to obviously stretch my legs, have my lunch, a little pup right there on looks like a beagle pup right there on the side of the hill. But what a beautiful day to drive. Sun's out, guns are out. That says La Princesse. This might be a small little mountain over here on this side. I'm literally just around the corner from the chairlift, or it might be the backside of Saint Gervais Mont Blanc, maybe where I hoofed it and got lost. No, that was at Les Ouches. Pretty little chalets over here though. And then that might be the right-hand side of, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Now we're kind of in this valley over here by Saint, how does she pronounce it? Anyways, I'm just gonna keep calling it Saint Gervais. Saint Gervais Mont Blanc. So now that should be the right side up there to your 11 o'clock. Let's see, gasoline was a little cheaper right behind me, but we are doing really well with gasoline, but we're gonna keep an eye on it. There's your dirty McDonald's. Don't eat that junk, please. There's a Kofer Connect, little market right there. And there was a bigger grocery store behind me as well. Not sure what little town this is. Oh, this is Megvi. This is cute through here. There was actually a, see, they all like to have little ski signs there. So this is Megvi. Same, you know, it was like the lift that I took over. So I've, you know, been on the mountain, but not the town. This town's really cute, actually. Really cool. There was a skate park back there as well. This kind of reminds me of like Les Ouches, but a little bit, you know, bigger, more developed. Yeah, you got your little Home Depot down over here. These cute little roundabouts. And what this trip has given me, but it's very interesting. So for you believers, and what do I mean by that? Just people that understand the Lord's heart, understand spiritual warfare. The enemy doesn't want you to be joyful, doesn't want you to be happy. The enemy will try to come in and try to kill, steal, and destroy. So even in this trip, sometimes you get some spiritual warfare where it's like tries to take my excitement is what I'm gonna share with you. So the Lord has restored my joy, but also like just this newness for my work again. I came out of a very long, like half a year of just a sabbatical where I was doing Bensberg films, but I wasn't reviewing anything. I wasn't taking on new projects, and it was like half a year. And the only way I can do that is because the Lord has blessed my work, and it's very passive income. So once my work is up on YouTube, once my affiliate links are going, you got to maintain it. But the Lord said, take time off. And I was like, all right, I'm going to trust you. And he provided. Thank you, Lord. But the only way I was able to do that was because my work is passive. But it's not 100% passive. You still have to maintain, even though affiliate links are popping, sometimes the videos grow cold and you kind of have to put some new content out there. Anyway, The Lord has renewed, and I've kind of talked about this on the past couple day vlogs, but the Lord has renewed my joy and motivation for future work. And what do I mean by that? I mean by, like, I kind of talked about this last night walking through town. Like, I'm motivated even though I don't have millions of subscribers, but you ask. And the worst thing companies are gonna say are no. Go after the big fish. Get a hold of Samsung, DJI, get a hold of GoPro and ask them for free products. Give them examples of some of your videos that have popped. I've seen channels with less than 10,000 subscribers getting pretty awesome sponsorships. Some of them are very niche savvy, where like it's very specific to mountain biking and they're gonna hit a very niche audience of fat tire mountain biking or something like that. But what are they gonna do? Worst thing they're gonna say is no. But don't put yourself in a box. Don't put the Lord in a box thinking that it will never happen. That's lack mindset. And I'm not saying here saying claim it and manifestation, but the Bible says, I'm paraphrasing, how a man thinketh that he is, right? So if you're always negative thinking, then you're gonna live a negative life. If you're always super optimistic, thinking the Lord's gonna do absolutely amazing things, guess what? He will. Now, obviously there is obedience and knowing his heart. Oh, what is this? Supermarket Bio, why are you closed, my friend? There's obedience. So the Lord's gonna bless you if your heart and his will is aligning with your will, his will, your will, being biblically obedient. If you're living in sin, don't expect anything, because the Lord disciplines those he loves. But what I'm getting at is, I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped, I'm motivated, I'm looking forward to this flight home, I'm looking forward to putting these videos together. And I was thinking about it this morning. I was like, you know what, I was gonna do this trip anyway, and I was gonna film it, but man, like, I'm writing down a lot of video ideas, and this is a different mountain over here. This is not Saint Gervais Mont Blanc, but they actually have a run all the way down to the bottom here. Just all these little ski towns, man, where just like one's connected to the other. See, there's like the, wait till we get past this. You can see a little bit of the ski run over there, but the lifts aren't moving though, or at least that one wasn't. There you go there. They're doing some construction over yonder. There's another Intersports. Let's see what this says. Intersports, rent, da-da-da-da-da. But there's a run right over there, going all the way down. Not sure where it goes to, but a lot of chalets. Alrighty, so 56 minutes. Don't worry, I'm not gonna talk that whole time. But I'm getting pumped up, man. I really, I wanna get these videos up. I'm gonna pray over them and just start, continue, be faithful in what the Lord has given you. But I'll be honest with you, the Lord has revealed that he wants me to put more work and time and effort into Bensberg Films, this channel, than my larger channel. So I want to be faithful with that. I've never gone wrong being obedient to the Lord. Never once. I've never been like, oh man, probably like shouldn't have done that, you know, shouldn't have been obedient to the Lord. This is a cool little town, man. You still got this kind of reminds me more of like Breckenridge, but a little bit up close. Not as sharp, you know, with the mountains, but let me flip you around. See kind of the hills and the ski runs and the chalets. You know, I mean, in all honesty, like after all my visits, even to Switzerland, Kranz, Montana, there's nothing like Chamonix with it that sharp, that narrow of a valley. It has my heart. It definitely has my heart. Les Ouches is incredible with that valley view, but you're pushed back just a little bit. But I definitely want to invest in real estate for a nice Airbnb, God willing, cash out some crypto later down the road. After, God willing, we get a nice bull run, because the bull run kind of was like running and then it kind of has ceased a little bit. But in the name of Jesus, it's gonna run and run fast. What I'm saying is, man, I'm just pumped. I'm just pumped to create. I wanna stay thirsty, I wanna stay motivated, and trips like this will do it, man. This is absolutely gorgeous going through this little valley, and I'm motivated to go home, fire up French lessons, like full blown. I'm gonna pray about it. I wanna meet I mean, God willing, I'm gonna meet my French wife and she could just teach me. But I'm gonna probably like invest in yourself, like maybe even get a tutor, and like you guys just like go out to dinner, walk around, pay him a, you know, good amount of money, and just immerse yourself like you can't speak anything but French. And bring your cell phone dash adapter. It's navigation sitting on my seat right now, and that has been a nuisance this whole trip. Bring your vent or dashboard cell phone holder if you're gonna rent a car. This is pretty. This reminds me of the, now this is kind of tight through here, so yep. Oh yeah. Oh goodness gracious. Yeah, that is super tight with buses. I'm gonna put the camera down because this is beautiful, but super tight. All right, we're gonna try to get a better shot of this hill, but this hill reminds me of when I was in Switzerland with my family. Just a sharp hill, church steeple. We stayed in the Airbnb, played chess up on the hill, tight valley. Absolutely stunning. This little town was Fumit, F-L-U-M-E-T, Fumit, France. See, this is what you couldn't do if you were taking a bus. So what I would have done is I would have checked out, late checkout. I would have made my way to the bus station. I would have jumped on a bus, paid the fee, and headed straight to Chamonix. Not Chamonix, Geneva. And it would have been super boring. But now I'm on the back roads of France, driving in the French Alps. God willing, we'll see a chateau for sale. I'll check the price of crypto. It's gone moonshot. I'll have a sell. I'll buy the chateau. We'll call it a day. Again, we're knocking goals off. We're knocking goals off the list this year. This year, this was on the list. And before I planned this, I was like, should I just push it until the beginning of next season, like next December? And I was like, nah, run it. This right here reminds me of heading, what's that one town in Colorado? There's that like ravine with the tunnels and the bridges. I don't know, it's on the way to Moab, or if you're like going the Las Vegas route, California. I'm spacing right now, but this is actually a lot tighter, but it reminds me of that Colorado little stretch. This is absolutely a stunning, beautiful drive. Again, if people are on your tail, just pull over, shake them off. I just did that a little while ago, and just enjoy this beautiful drive as you're going through this tight canyon, and then I'm out of the canyon now. Yeah, this literally reminds me of that Colorado stretch. I'm spacing. Glenwood Springs, that's it. Glenwood Springs, Colorado. Wildflowers popping. This is a cool little town right here. It kind of, that might be a university over here. And then looking that way was really pretty, but obviously we can't see that right now. All right, we're gonna be following the signs for Annecy. This skateboarder over here is doing some sort of tricks over here on this statue. And we're gonna head over here. Cofor Market, that's a big one right there. That's a really big one. Yeah, this is gorgeous driving over here. There was a police officer heading that way, probably gonna go reprimand that skateboarder up there on that statue thingamabobber. Yeah, this is super pretty through here. Well, gents, we're in the sticks now. I'll tell you what, we're in the farmland. We got cows over here, kind of out of the ski area here. And there might be some bunny slopes around here somewhere, but we're kind of out of that general area. Annecy. Now we're following signs for Annecy now. There's a big van lifer. Oh man, if you're a European citizen, you can move around, man. You could just hoof it, move around, get yourself a little stew, get after it a little bit. This looks like a big highway now. Opening on up here. So it's kind of back streets and then opens up here real nice, like a typical freeway. We're only 20 minutes away from Lake Annecy, so I'm forgetting if there was like foothills like this around it. I'm pretty sure, kind of like Lake Como, where there's like sharper hills kind of like coming up and around. Oh, and by the way, that kind of freeway thing ended pretty quick, and then you're back to a 2-lane highway again. By the way, if you are, this motorcycle guy probably just went off of the trees to go pee, but I thought I saw a rest stop on the other side of the street, you know, just like in, you know, the States where you could pull off and go pee, stretch your legs a little bit. I'm gonna be working out tonight at the Crown Plaza gym. And this drive is much prettier than going into Switzerland, I'll be honest with you. Finally saw a full-size Dodge truck behind me over there. You don't really see many full-size trucks, and the Raptors are like smaller versions of a Raptor, not like the full-on Ford F-150. It's like a smaller version. Nice, big, long walking path. Road bikers over here to our left. And now, because I'm skipping tolls, we're going kind of the back route instead of the main road. So like, you know, you're gonna see a sign for Annecy, but it's gonna make you go a different direction. Again, we're kind of going the back way around, not the main way in. Nice little bike lane over here to our left. A lot of road bikers today. A lot of these people are kind of younger too. Yeah, a lot of road bikers, goodness gracious. This is pretty. Again, because we're kind of off the main drag now. Look at all these people biking. I don't know if these people are on vacation or what, but let me see. Yeah, they're looking a little younger. So either a vacation, or if they're locals, maybe working from home, remote. I'm not really sure, but I'm seeing a lot of people my age. A couple older retired folks maybe right here, but really nice, probably just miles and miles, or I should say kilometers and kilometers. Is this guy on a mountain bike? Yeah, that was a pretty nice mountain bike. There's probably some good trails around here. These look like trail heads, maybe. Let's see, is that a bathroom? Let me see, is that a bathroom? Alrighty, so a little windy, but this is kind of interesting. Don't know if I've done one of these before. You know, just right out here in the open, but it is what it is. Let's do it. Trash cans are right here. There is a door right there, and it says green or red if it's occupied. I think this is the start of the lake, because the lake's actually pretty big. I'm pretty sure this might be Lake Annecy. I think when I first visited, it was further down there. I don't know if I remember the foothills right here. The water is beautiful, though. A little breezy. Let's jump back on in. Kind of fighting the wind going that way, but that's why there's so many bikers. If you could bike around the lake, goodness, that'd be beautiful. Alrighty, folks. Oh yeah, this is nice. So this guy's hoofing his trash down. This guy's taking a photo. That's gorgeous. I think this is Lake Annecy right here, my friends. I don't know where navigation's taking me, but this is beautiful. Goodness gracious. Yeah, this is. I definitely do not remember the bike path, but that is nice. Okay, we're gonna wind our way around here. Color of the water right here on the edge is beautiful. Oh, I would definitely ride a road bike around this this lake. There's actually some white caps out there. That's why there's probably not boats. But yeah, this bike lane probably goes all the way around the lake. I need to shake somebody off my tail here. Next little pull off. Whoop. Oh, that guy's peeing. Oh, that guy's scuba diving. That's kind of cool. The guy had scuba diving gear on that pull off right there. Alrighty, yeah, I don't remember ever coming down here. I think we probably stayed closer. Like, I do remember the kind of a main town square, places to go get a drink, food. This guy's on an electric scooter. That would be kind of cool to do an electric scooter around Lake Annecy. Hey, I don't got to return the rental car till 6:30. And even so, I mean, worst case, they're gonna, you know, ding you a little bit of a fee or make you pay an extra day, which was very inexpensive. Oh, we got some kite surfers out there. All right. This is kind of what, yeah, there's another scuba diver. Might have been a kite surfer. I thought I saw like a wetsuit on him. People out here, I mean, it's a gorgeous day. Just getting out to go to the bathroom, go pee. Like, it's absolutely incredible. The sun is shining. I'm gonna check Google weather and see what the weather is. But look at the water here on the edge. It's blue and it's beautiful. Like, it looks like a tropical beach. It's absolutely stunning. Okay, not sure how big this lake is. Google Maps, it looked pretty big. I don't know what the size comparison is to Lake Como, but there are some little kind of lake chalets down here. That's a nice parking lot right there. Let me see if I can shake this guy. All right, now we're kind of heading into like the main house area here. A lot of bikers. So these, you know, must be tourists or maybe just locals, just having a hoot, having a good rip and a good ride, man. Good for them. Very beautiful with the flowers coming in. Yeah, I think navigation is literally just taking me around kind of the heart of the city. Let me see here. Yeah, this is a good little spot. Let me just tuck her in here real quick. You definitely want to enjoy this. Don't let people ride your tail. Pull over, don't be stubborn, and enjoy the view. Look at this Defender right here. Oh, it's gorgeous. I don't know how much those are here in Europe, but man, back home, those suckers are expensive. Look at this little boat harbor right here. That's cute, man. Look at that, huh? How cool is that? Everyone's on summer weather here. This is absolutely amazing. Okay, now maybe we're going up and around. Oh yeah, look at those sharp little hills, mountains right there. Absolutely no snow around here. I mean, they're on summer weather here. Incredible. Okay, and then because the hillside, the bikers, once again, they kind of cross over here. So wowzers, yeah, you literally rent bikes. And I think these, yeah, there's a lot of tourism. I'm seeing like places, you know, I mean, like people that have rented bikes, people that probably live here or vacation here. But you got that hill I just climbed, a little bit sketch. You know, cars are kind of whipping by you a little bit, or, you know, they're being held up, you know, by the bikers, but obviously give them space. And then you cross over to this beautiful path over here once again. And man, you definitely would earn some good pizza, I'll tell you what. Italian pizza right there. And then you got some cats. They're dressed too warm, that's for sure. Nobody behind me anymore as we're dropping down. I'm pretty sure it's taking me right into the heart of the city, but that was really cool coming in that back way. See, more bikers. This is pristine. That homie looked like he was from the UK. So my buddy and I, wherever the train station was, we didn't wander off, you know, we didn't rent bikes. You know, we walked a lot, but I mean, look at, the lake is still going. I think I'm seeing some pretty big buildings out in the distance there. So I'm pretty sure that's where like the train stations go and stuff like that. This is kind of just beautiful back neighborhoods. Again, look at this pristine bike lane. I didn't realize it was so biker friendly. This is absolutely fantastic. Oh, look at that castle up there. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's see if we can get that shot. Up there on the hill, 1 o'clock, there's nobody behind me. Goodness, what is that? Lake Annecy Castle or something? See, and then the bike lane goes away and these people are hoofing it. And then you kind of share this again. And that bike lane might be newer. I'm not really sure, but see, these guys are sharing, but 30-mile-an-hour zone through here. This is cute. A little tight though. Watch your rental car. Watch your rims. You don't want to be scratching them rims. Little church steeple. Here's your rental bikes right here. So you literally could come down here by this cute little building, rent yourself a bike. Watch out for the big buses. Look at this European building history right here next to us here. Probably Airbnbs right on the lake. All right, for some reason, it's taking me down some really fancy street for some oddball reason. Maybe because parking is down here. Goodness gracious, these houses are kind of tucked in these garden areas, but oh, they're beautiful homes. Okay, so lake is down here, so maybe that's why it's taking me down here. Let me see here. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's like beautiful fields. Okay, so parking, I'm pretty sure that means free. So yeah, let's just park here and let's go wander down the lake down there. I do have the drone. It's a little bit breezy. All right, well, anyway, I'm gonna walk just down there instead of trying to find parking if there even is parking. Actually, I am gonna go down a little bit further just for, this is a cute little neighborhood. I'm just gonna go down here a little further because I potentially wanna fly the drone and potentially eat my lunch. These houses are cute as a button, man. Goodness gracious. Okay, so big hedges. I think this is parking, but this might be paid parking or maybe free parking. I'm not sure, but look at these streets down here. Let's see, video protection, handicap. I'm not sure. Looks like I can drive down that street. Yeah, you can park right there or Le Port. I'm pretty sure I can drive down here. Let's drive down here a little bit more. Wow, zers. Okay, end pedestrian. Here comes a boat. So that's where you launch your boat. And then, yeah, a little bit windy down here. Got some white caps. Okay, I don't think I can drive down there anymore, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a little U-ey over here. Oh, there are some bathrooms over here, very cool, by a little docket here. I wonder if I could just leave the car here for a few minutes instead of parking up there, because I'm not gonna really walk around. I mean, you can walk around that way if you really wanted to, but I kinda wanna go explore the main part of town. Look at that little building right there. That's kinda cool, huh? Obviously, I'm not gonna wander off too far here, but that is pretty stinking cool. So you can walk around there, picnic benches down there, some boats right there, like a big kind of a hotel looking thing right there. You got the mountains in the background here, a little beach right here, little docket right here. Again, the bathrooms and kind of, I'm gonna stay within, line sight here, but yeah, this is nice. I don't remember, this reminds me of my aunt and uncle's property up in Washington where you're on the lake and you can actually see mountains like this up in the distance. Sorry, it's a little washed out, but oh yeah, if you had bikes, but I'm pretty sure my buddy and I were out kind of more that end where, yeah, see, it's just a little bit more flatter looking instead of kind of like peaky. I don't remember any of the peaky type things like this, but yeah, that definitely reminds me of my aunt and uncle's place up in Washington. Very nice, very beautiful. So pedestrian zone, obviously, yeah, you can't be driving down that way, but beautiful. So what we'll do here is we'll look at navigation. Wouldn't mind, strolling to that far end. And then I think Geneva, I think I could just punch out that way. Don't quote me on that one. Hopefully I don't have to go all the way back around again, but beautiful with the green hills. Sorry, it's kind of washed out the camera, but very nice nonetheless. Oh yeah, you park back up there. Oh, look at some sunbathers over there. So you park back up there and you have lunch down here by the lake. This is Vente a Importer boat right here. Again, I'm not gonna wander too far off. I don't wanna tick off that dock, but it looks like they're pretty mellow there. Dock there. Look at this castle thing, hotel back there. Have lunch down here. Absolutely incredible. As people are just sunbathing down here by the dock. You got the mountains in the background here. This is absolutely stunning. Good night. A lot of places, I think picnic benches, places to just chill right up here along the edge. That hotel would be gorgeous to stay at. Good night. Alrighty, I am getting out of here. Putting on my seatbelt first though, before it starts clipping on me. If I had more time, I mean, I do have time, but I'd like to, 2:08 right now. It's about an hour 15 just to get back to the airport. I gotta get gasoline. I don't want to check in Crown Plaza too late because I do need to review and I kind of want to explore before it gets dark. I want to explore Geneva, but that's a nice lunch spot, by the way. I am heading that direction towards the other side of Annecy, Lake Annecy. And I'm gonna head that way. I'm gonna go into the heart of the city, try to find that park my buddy and I had strawberries at. I'm gonna have my lunch, and then we'll proceed to head on over to plenty of parking, by the way, up in that field that I first pulled into, but I'm glad I went further down. So this guy is literally just getting the guy on the boat right there. He just parked his boat. He went to go get his car with his trailer, and then he'll go down there, pick up his boat, and then unhitch it. This reminds me of like London though. It's like super pristine, kind of off the grid, little, you know, houses and gates and cutie pie little places here. So we're gonna get back on the main road. We're gonna make a left here, and then we will proceed. Cyclists, danger cyclists. Some guy coming down here, also watch the cyclist. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go to the other side of the lake and then have lunch and then push on to Geneva. Whatever name of that restaurant was that you just saw on the vlog that I pronounced down there by the lake. Ooh, that is, I mean, it's a little breezy today, but that, I mean, the sun, that's romantic, man. That is romantic. So again, I'm just gonna take the major street unless I see something else to turn down, and we're gonna go to the whatever south end. I'm not really sure what end. We're gonna figure it out as the crow flies, my friend. As the crow flies, we're gonna figure it out. There is a gas station right here. I am well over halfway. Let's see, out of curiosity, yeah, it's probably gonna be a little bit more pricier here. So we got the gas that I would put in here. I don't even know if they got it. They probably do. That's like 10 euro more. Obviously, it's a small gas station on the side of Lake Annecy. I'm not sure how bougie this place is or not. All right, I got somebody behind me. I gotta shake him off my tail. Shake him off my tail. It's a big lake though, man. It's a big lake. Oh yeah, if I was staying here a couple nights, man, I'd rent myself a road bike and I'd go hoof. I'd go have a little hoof about. All right, let's see. I think I can shake him off my tail right over here. We got a little speed bump. Yeah, I can shake him off. No, that's a bike lane. And now there's somebody in front of me now. Look at the blossoms are popping. It's so warm around here, it's popping. Look at all these trees popping over here to the left. Well, not to mention, I do want to enjoy the hotel as well. It's not like I'm gonna eat dinner there or anything like that. Like, I'm gonna have my tuna fish, canned tuna fish. But again, I want to potentially head down and explore, you know, Lake Geneva. Again, I've already been there before. Same trip I did with my buddy, 2002. And I did drive around it the first night, and I saw it at nighttime. That was nice. But the Crown Plaza Hotel, again, it was kind of pricey for, yeah, I think. That was kind of a weird, not so much of a roundabout, but it was a little pricey. So I want to go enjoy the gym. I don't want to get checked in all late. Oh yeah, this is cute. This is nice. Let me take my time and cruise through this. Very cool. Welcome to Lake Annecy Pizzeria. You share the, see, look at this bus coming up on this lady. So you can take buses in and out of town. You can take trains. That's how my buddy and I got around. We just took, I think it was like, we had the Eurorail pass, and we just like cruised around everywhere on the Eurorail pass. Office of Tourism right behind my shoulder there. Very cool. And then way on the other end over here is gonna be like the major part of town with like the bigger apartments, probably hotels. But again, you can get your rental bikes right here. Cute little roundabouts. Nice little day trip. Nice little day trip. I mean, even if you were staying in Chamonix, it's not that bad. I mean, what was it? If you wanted to do tolls, hour 45? No, it was an hour 45 with tolls. No, hour 45 without tolls. Like only an hour and a half away from Chamonix. Yeah, because by the time I got into La Zouche, it was only an hour 30. You could do day trips all over the place from Chamonix, man. Ski, come in, have lunch, leave on an off day of skiing. If I was with the future message, with, you know, I'm praying about her, but if I was with her, oh yeah, day off of skiing. If you were like, hey, you know, we've already done hikes and bikes and let's go to Lake Annecy, or you just wait just like this until you know, are kind of heading that direction and it's off the beaten path a little bit. And you come through here, enjoy these beautiful little views with the lake. Oh, there's like a major church steeple over there. That's probably gorgeous. This reminds me of kind of Italy though. These things are right, these places are right on the street. And then yeah, you got this like sheer cliff over here to the right. Yeah, you got the convertible Audi out and about. Some of these people, they might be biking around the entire lake. I wouldn't blame them. It's that beautiful. All right, coming back into, oh, that's beautiful, whatever that is. So a lot more windsurfers over here, but then there's something off in the distance that looks like a castle, man. And then like an old castle over there, and then that big church steeple steeple, if the camera's picking it up, over there. So let's get over there because we're pretty much right there. So we're gonna cruise around, see if we can get to that church steeple, and I'll let you know where I think my buddy and I had strawberries that one time. I think I see it. I think I see it right over there by that castle. There's a big park area there, but this is where oh, they got the e-foil boards with the kites. Yes, dude, they're e-foiling with the kites. So awesome. I think the parking lot was full, but I would love to get some footy of those guys. So they got the e-foil with the big, like, kite flotation thing. I've seen video about that. People having their sandwiches down here, man. This is nice here. Okay, this is nice, folks. Yeah, we're getting to like more of the heart of the city here. So we're just gonna cruise around. Yep, it's all starting to come back now. I remember Lake Annecy really stood out as somewhere very, very beautiful. So let's cruise around a little bit more. Bus stops here. Oh yeah, if I had more time, man, I'd just be renting a bike, cruising up and down this area here. Well, look at this place right here on the main drag. This reminds me of kind of like Laguna. Sorry, a little too high there. A little like Laguna Beach type vibe. Really pretty when these trees fill in. Bike up and down right here. You got like restaurants, Revenge Hotel and Spa Annecy. Okay, this might be the area where my buddy and I came down. Yeah, I think this park, green area right by the water. I think this is where we came down. Yeah, these benches right here. I'm pretty sure this is where we came down and had our strawberries. It was either like right here or just on the other side. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, we literally sat on one of these benches. Look how gorgeous that is with the snow in the background. Goodness gracious. Let me roll down my window here. There is parking right there. Might be a little full, or it was down by these benches right on the water right here. Okay, I need to turn off and shake this woman off my tail. Okay, she got shaken off my tail, or it was over here. So I think it might have been right over here. But yeah, because I think we were staying right over there. Big area right over there. On the lawn, by the water. Absolutely incredible. Okay, I need to charge this camera. Okay, a lot of parking here. I don't think I'm gonna get out and walk, but I just kind of want to drive around. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was right over there. Where my buddy and I were cruising around. It is gorgeous though, yeah. I think it was right over my shoulder right there. Let's wrap ourselves around over here. We might have even come to that dirty Burger King right there. Don't quote me on that one. Super nice. Okay, folks. Yeah, we got boats down there, got little Ferris wheel down there. Oh yeah. Got these buildings. Yeah, that's the park, literally right there in front of us. Because this is kind of like a main center area right here. Yeah, this place is popping, man. Especially how pretty it is right now. It's popping. I wish this is where I was returning my rental car and flying out of. I mean, Lake Geneva is nice, but it's just from what I can remember, this stood out. 100% this stood out. I think a museum is right here. Look at this old church steeple. Goodness gracious, that's beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I'm gonna cruise down here just a little bit. I'm glad I got out at least. Le Pelican, that's probably a 4-star hotel right there. Down here by the dock. I'm just gonna go down here a little bit more, flip around. I don't know where that castle ran off to, but that little roundabout part of the city, that was probably, you know, the heart of the city. And now I'm kind of just on the opposite shore. Yeah, this is, I mean, it's killer. We never came up this far to see the mountains with snow because we were here in like May. There might have been snow up there, but I don't remember the snow. I remember how beautiful the lake was. I remember how beautiful the green grass was. And I remember there was like, yeah, some trees. All right, I'm gonna head back that direction. Probably just pull into a parking lot and maybe just walk down to the grass and have my lunch down there. Just bring my bag, have my nuts, and keep it simple. I don't have any more fruit, unfortunately. So it's gonna be a very simple lunch and dinner. And then we're gonna feast like a king, praise the Lord, on my first class flight back to, well, all the way through. It's just I'm gonna have some delectables, man. I'll tell you what, this has been a beautiful trip. Could I do, if I had like an extended stay, would I do like a couple nights in Lake Annecy, like right on the water? For sure. I'd ride a road bike one day, maybe chill the next day. But if I did extend the trip another week, I would want to push into the countryside to go look at some chateaus. Like that would be absolutely incredible. And sky's the limit. I'm not, hey, the Lord can do anything. I'm still here. I'm still in France. Crypto could absolutely rock and roll. I could have a tremendous sale, push my trip back a week. week and hire a realtor and go look at chateaus. Alrighty, we're gonna head into like the main part. There's tennis courts over here, by the way. There's some parking lots over there if you really wanted to hoof it. But yeah, like clay tennis courts over here. There was that one church steeple, but I'm not trying to get like crazy lost. Parking right here as well. Big parking lot, but it's kind of a little bit out of where I want to go. A lot of van lifers and bikers parked in that lot as well. That's a paid lot. And then a little skate park up there on the hill. And then we're gonna see if we can get a little closer and just try to find a spot so we wouldn't have to, you know, hoof it 10 minutes each direction. Back at the Le Pelican, you can have lunch up there as well. It's kind of interesting, like the sun is really nice, but it is a little bit windy, so you might need your jacket. Wonder if I could punch into this lot right here. There are some stalls, and then I could, yeah, because I think that's the roundabout. Is it paid? Let me see. Because this is kind of the roundabout for going back. It is a paid lot. Wonder if you get the first few minutes for free. I think I can get around, yeah. I think I can get around this minivan here. And then, yeah, you should be able to, yeah, walk right down right there. So let me stick it right over here. And I'm gonna walk right through here. Cool, they got some exercise equipment right here. This is literally it, man. Nice, they got sit-up thing and everything, man. I almost want to go grab my jacket. I literally just parked my car right there. It is paid parking. Just gonna sit in the shade right here. I'm not trying to get out in the sunshine, but cool, man. They put some workout equipment. Literally the parking lot is right there. The ferries, and you literally can get some exercise right here in the park. I'm pretty sure my friend and I, I'm gonna sit right here in the shade, man. This is it, man. I'm pretty sure my buddy and I think we were over either on that stretch. No, I'm pretty sure it was right here in this cluster of trees. I don't remember that thin, because I remember there was quite a bit of grass as we sat, I believe, right over here and had our strawberries, because I think the farmer's market was right through over there, just on the other side of these ferries. So a little bit busy right there. This is a great lot. Look at these houses over here. I almost want to go grab my my jacket, but it's too lovely. Goodness gracious. I'm gonna get a little footage from my buddy and be like, hey, look, I made it back to Lake Annecy, baby. The bikers, I literally just saw, they biked all the way around the lake. When I was talking to you about younger 35-year-olds, hair's looking a little sloppy, but they biked around the whole entire lake. I did stop, but they cranked that thing. Little pigeons want some of my food. Oh, ice cream. That does sound pretty good, but we had plenty of that. Just beautiful to be back here, man. Sun shining. You need a little light jacket, but absolutely stunning. It did smell kind of like fertilizer or dog poop a little bit. Maybe right there for some reason. Hopefully they didn't spray the grass. And I sat in it, but beautiful nonetheless. Plenty of parking right here. Church steeple up there, but we'll go ahead and push off. All right, that was a cool little jaunt. We are off to the races. Make sure we got everything. Always double check when you get up off the ground having a picnic. And again, there's no turnstile, so I don't know if there was free for 15 minutes, but there is a church up there. You know what? We're here. Let's go up to the church real quick. Here's some road bikers. There's the church or the steeple. I don't know if I went the right way or not. Let's get up here and check out this church. I still don't know if we're going the right way, but there it is right there. Let's see how high we can get. Oh yeah, there's people actually walking up to it. Wow, that is beautiful. I don't know if this is a two-way street or not. This thing is tight. Yeah, technically it's two-way, yeah. Watch out for pedestrians walking up to the church though right here. I mean, since we're here, let's just go up here. Yeah, we can literally drive pretty much all the way to it. Look at that. Good night. Beautiful. That's a pretty cool 3-minute detour from where I just was. Very cool. And then let me show you this. We're up top here and you can look down to Annecy. Very, very beautiful. It doesn't look like it's open, so it doesn't look like, but it does have lights that probably lights up. And it actually is long, so I can't really see that. Let me, can I drive around that little thing right there? I think I can. All right, let me see if I can get you a different view. Can you drive? It kind of looks like you actually drive up to the very front of it. All right, so you can actually drive all the way up here, read a book right here. I should have came up here for, okay, and then you can cruise this way. You can't drive like all the way up to the church right here, but you can park right there and then you can drive down right here. And then you can go the way you came, or you can drop down this little side street, wherever that goes. But looks like a big parking lot right here as well. If the church was open, obviously there'd be more people up here. And there is another parking lot down below as well. But you got beautiful views from up here. Kind of overlooks the city this direction. And then that actually is really beautiful heading that way there. But okay, let's fire up navigation. Let's get on out of here. If you want to walk, you can hoof it up just like they are. More parking down here. And then look at the side of the church. That's pretty cool. That definitely is very, very beautiful. That's a nice lunch spot. Right behind that building, but that was the castle. I'm not sure if I can drive by that or not. I should have went the other way and I would have drove right by it. Cool little statue right there. Bike shop or to rent bikes right there. But yeah, the castle's like right behind this area here, and these church steeples are really cool. A lot of tourists are walking up and down this little alley right here. Let's see if we can get you a shot. That's a cool street. See with the castle back there? Walk that right there. Pretty sure my buddy and I did. It was almost like a little mini Amsterdam right there. That's pretty cool. Nice kind of a tight little alleyway. If I had more time, definitely would have cruised up that little canal. But I'm glad we got to see the castle and the little carousel right over my shoulder here. Beautiful buildings and streets. Sun is popping. Yeah, if I had more time, I'd go back over there for sure. That street over there by the kind of canal was absolutely stunning. You almost kind of want to go back and kind of walk that, but it's all greasy beezy. I've seen it before, just don't remember it. Come back, God willing, with my future beautiful bride. Absolutely stunning. There was a building back there though that looked like a Paris building, man. It was absolutely stunning. I'm pretty sure it was a newer building as well. See, this guy's on his electric scooter, man. He's whipping around. I don't think that's the same dude I saw. If it is, man, that guy is just cruising around the lake area. All right, we are pushing out of town now. Got some roundabouts, a couple roundabouts, figuring it all out. I mean, it's probably better exercise, but to rent an electric scooter, the dude that I was just talking about, man, he is whipping. I mean, you're doing 25 miles an hour on that thing. Obviously, biking would be better for exercise purposes, but absolutely killer, man. I'm not sure how much the rental bikes are. I don't see any like actual scooter rentals. Man, praise the Lord for navigation, man. Because I'm seeing signs for stuff. Yeah, the Chamonix. Yeah, here we go. So there's like colleges and schools all wrapped up and around here. A lot of bikes, coffee shop back over there. But man, praise the Lord for navigation. That's like navigation anywhere, man. Navigation back home, navigation here. Instead of like looking at signs, like back in the day, man, you had to look at signs. Like my dad is like, hey, where are we going? Where are we going? Look at the map. Oh man, Tesla Model X, first one I've seen in the city here. Chamonix and Geneva this direction. I'm still not doing tolls. It's only 1 hour to Geneva. I wonder how much it would be if I clicked back on tolls. If I have a stoplight, actually that guy has a scooter, but it didn't look like a rental scooter though. That's a different scooter guy. That's one way to zip around the city, man. Have an electric scooter? Absolutely. Alrighty, now we're literally paralleling the highway. I still had tolls off. Let's see, Geneva 34 kilometers. Just out of curiosity, let me make sure I'm not adding on a bunch of time, but if it's only, again, 15 minutes, I'll save some euros. It probably would only save 15 minutes max. I'm gonna take back highways, a little prettier. I do need to stop by a gas station though before I get there, but I got 52 minutes. So we're gonna take, again, the back country roads. It's only like 38 kilometers from where I am to the Crown Plaza. The Crown Plaza is on the Swiss side, so we definitely need to find a gas station in the sticks, or we're gonna have to drive around and find one. But within 53 minutes, we'll probably come across one. Try to get one a little closer to the rental car location. The good news is this car is so good on gasoline, I could fill all the way up and probably still drive like 15-20 minutes without the gauge going down at all. But we'll try to stop at one before the Crown Plaza, get something pretty close. And we're also praying that there is absolutely no issues in the name of Jesus for my reservation, because with it filling up for this watch convention, you don't want any issues with like, oh, you know, your reservation under Hotwire, because I booked it under Hotwire. Your reservation under Hotwire, you know, didn't go through, or blah, 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 blah. My brother and I had an issue on one of our mountain biking trips with Hotwire like that. So definitely praying that it doesn't interfere. Okay, there's gas right here, but I'm still quite a bit away. The Carpe shopping center. But again, I'm pretty far out. I don't want to stop at two gas stations. And again, you know, it's adding some more time. There's the main highway right there. But honestly, maybe 15, 18 minutes. Not bad at all. It actually is adding 22 more minutes to my schedule. So if you're in a rush, I don't know how many toll booths. I forget if I hit 2. I think I only hit 2 on the way, but I probably skipped 1. Definitely if you're coming into Chamonix pretty late, just pay the tolls and just get there quicker. But again, I'm just trying to enjoy myself on the rip back. But it's if you were to jump on the highway right now, it'd be 29 minutes, 24 minutes, pretty quick. So what you're doing is you're kind of zigzagging over. I could probably ask Grok and it would probably tell me how many toll booths there are, but it is what it is. I'm already committed to it. It's all greasy beezy, baby. 3:29 p.m. We'll get there a hair after 4. We'll get checked in. We'll bring everything upstairs, research how to get to, hopefully they have a driveway where I can do that. Pull my car up. That trucker knew what he was doing. Good night, man. All right, I'm looking at a toll booth right in front of me right now. But of course, we're like paralleling and then we cross over, and then we cross back over. That's what actually is nice. If you're doing like a lot of up and down with the Swiss vignette, you just pay the one-time €40 fee and you get it all year. You don't have to worry about nickel and diamond. And once again, it's like if I was on the main highway, I'd be on the main highway. If it's dark, you know, jump on the main highway. But I'm seeing all these French back countries. Like now we're out of the Alps. So it's just absolutely stunning. The camera wouldn't really pick it up, but I'm just looking at valleys and just regular hills. You know, like where I was researching chateaus. Like it's absolutely gorgeous. Just a little bit outside of Annecy city limits, man. I definitely need to fill up before the Swiss. I mean, the airport is literally, it's on the border of one another. Big old Carrefour market right here. We still got a little bit of time, so I'm not gonna fill up yet, but yeah, big old Carrefour market. Hey, there's another, is it even open? Another Planet Bio. Is that open? No, there's nobody in the parking lot. Okay, there's a big gas station. Hopefully they have my gas that I need for this car. If not, I'll have to research what one I'm gonna have to put in. Okay, kids are getting out of school. Kids get out of school, oh no, it's 3:30 in the afternoon. I forgot where I was, man, but the kids were like out of school super early. See, on the main highway, you're not gonna go through little towns like this. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Just some French driving around town, baby. Absolutely stunning. The valley to my left, there's trees, so you can't really see it, but it's gorgeous. All right, so if my geography serves me correct, when we flew into Geneva, it was absolutely stunning. And there was like a lot of farmland and hills, which we're kind of in right now. But then off in the distance, you'll see that big mountain with some snow. And I'm pretty sure we did our roundabout around that, and then we landed straight. And that's where I saw for the first time the French Alps. And they were so jagged and beautiful. It was unbelievable. So I'm pretty sure that's what I'm looking at off in the distance, is I'm looking at that kind of that, you know, little mountain with a little bit of snow on top, that we did our kind of our big wide angle turn and then landed into Geneva. What a day, what a day. Lake Annecy, French back roads. Only thing that would top this would be a beautiful, amazing, in Jesus' name, sale of crypto and hire a real estate agent and go off and buy me a chateau. I don't think you can see it over my shoulder, but I do see some snow-capped mountains off in the background. Yep, I was right. There's the lake right there, Lake Geneva, and there's the big city of Geneva. So that is the mountain that we did the wide turn and came on in. Beautiful countryside all around here. Just past a butcher. It smelled like cow out here. We're out here in the sticks. Motorcycle guys loving today, man. Dry, beautiful. They're whipping. Now the other option is if you were in a rush to get to your flight, just drop the car off. They're gonna wax you just like a normal rental car company. They're gonna charge you, I think I saw $3.35 a liter, which would definitely add up. That's about, oh yeah, that's quite a bit more. That's like $1.70 a liter more. So it'd be like double the charge. Not quite double, 50% more. But I mean, if you were gonna miss your flight, man, you just drop and go, drop and go. I do need to figure out how to get to this place, because it was a bit interesting getting out of the place. But again, I didn't have the tolls on, leading me around apartment complexes and the lake. But again, it was pretty. It was pretty that first night, seeing Lake Geneva at night, going around the Rolex area. I think we're coming into Geneva proper here, kind of on the outskirts. Made a wrong turn. Hey, there's trash right there. I could throw out my banana peel. Uh-oh. I don't know if we're gonna be able to squeeze by here. Hold on. You know, if you're gonna get lost and turn down the wrong street, I mean, you might as well choose a beautiful street like this in the middle of a farm field. We got that going for us. And also for tomorrow's flight out, I'm gonna get there, you know, at a very good time, but I'm not gonna be like super stressed out about taking the very first shuttle at 4:40. I might take the 5 a.m. one. Airport doesn't even open till 5 o'clock in the morning. It actually closes down. And it's kind of like a smaller, almost like a John Wayne type of an airport. Even though I'm flying Heathrow International, you know, I think, I mean, definitely do your research, you know how many people are leaving, like, especially after this watch convention. You don't want to get backed up, but I do have first class. I have priority line. We'll give ourselves at least an hour 45 at the airport. They do have a lounge, so I might poke in there and just film that. Maybe I'll take the extra time to do that. Unfortunately, we're on the Swiss side, so we might be paying a little bit more for gasoline over here. The hotel is on the Swiss side as well. So again, we could, if we're going that way, we could cross back over to the French side and then get gasoline over there, but you kind of want to know where you're going, you know what I'm saying? Hey, there's the Singapore consulate right there. All right, we are 5 minutes out. Still need to get gas, but I think I might have to go around the lake. It is kind of rush hour right now, unfortunately, heading the other direction. I think that's the Embassy Suites up here. Crown Plaza should be literally right over here. There is a gas station behind me. I wasn't quick enough to get over to it. The cheaper option would be to, I mean, if it wasn't such an early flight, and dealing with, you know, like, let's see here. We do have a gas station right here as well as here. Let me fill up at this one before I do pull in. Okay, here's Crown Plaza Hotel. And literally across the street is a gas station. Alrighty, this is very, very interesting. There is a lot. I might be able to squeeze by. I think I can. So there are major buses here, probably for the watch convention, but I should be able to pull up right over here. All right, first impressions, very, very nice. And we are going to be doing a full review, but I do need to get over the rental car place. I've just got the bellhop to bring up my luggage. I'm setting it right here for right now, and we're going to give you the full review in just a little bit, but I need to go downstairs, get my car off the curb, talk about the potential upgrade and working with them, and let's go ahead and get this rental car back. It is now 5 p.m., so we have an hour and a half to figure it out. Hopefully it's a lot less than that, and it's about 15 minutes to walk back from the airport, or I can take the shuttle service, so let's go do that now. Alrighty. Right off the bat, super fancy, super quiet as well. Now, it is going to be very busy because of the watch convention, but plenty of elevators, and the elevators are super deep. And if you don't want to bring your snowboard bag all the way up, fitness level is number 7, and I will be, of course, going to that. Club lounge, breakfast is -1, meeting rooms -2, reception bar is 0, the big green button right here. And my snowboard bag on the bell cart fit beautifully in here. And this is what's really nice as well, is literally keep connected and run. So good. They have apples down here, towels, and water with lemon right here with cups. And then I don't know where that goes up to, but right there. Also hand sanitizer, so if you do need a jog, grab yourself an apple, grab yourself a towel, hit the streets with water, which I've already had, which is very good. And then kind of the bar restaurant area is right over here with reception this way as well. Places that grab a drink, appetizer. All right, just so you don't get confused, it's either going to be labeled 95. Let's see, it was only 15 liters. Let me double check. I want to make sure I fill it all the way up. Yep. 27.53 francs. So unfortunately, it's not euros. It's going to be a little bit more. 15.73 liters, 175 francs per liter. Probably should have filled up in France, but that's okay. Convenience, it's right across the street from the airport. Again, it either goes by Sans Palm 95 or E5. This rental car says it takes E5 or E10, and it says right here as well. Remember that everywhere that I've pumped so far is pump first, then you go inside and pay. Alrighty, the Geneva airport is literally right there, but I need to get to the French side, which is around the bend. Alrighty, little confusing, but just ask Grok and put it in your navigation. That's gonna be the simplest thing. Now we're gonna wander down these corridor, which I remember in the dark, to find the rental car location on the French side. I don't know what GPS is doing. Literally, I was right there, but now I gotta go like into France and then U-turn, but it's literally like if I could hop this curb, I literally need to go like right where this curb is. Yeah, because in that tunnel is exactly where I was, right as I was filming that. If there's a spot to do a U-turn, I'm just gonna nod. Okay, don't try to outsmart Google Maps. I think I know what's happening here. So we got a little traffic jam here. This is where I just was. I thought I was going the right way, so I pulled a U-turn, but you have to go around and you have to go underneath, like in a tunnel underground, I think, to get where we're needing to go. It says Sector France right here. Just follow GPS. They also do give you a map, Europe car, but GPS literally has me going down and then going back the way I went, but it's because I think you have to go like underground, I think. So we're literally back where we were. Definitely stuff like this kind of flusters you a little bit. We have plenty of time before the rental car, but again, you're kind of just wasting like 15 minutes wandering around. There's a little traffic jam, might be for the border. I'm not exactly sure. But while we sit in this little traffic jam, I saw this traffic jam on the way out, but I do remember going somewhere in there. It might be a one-way out. You can't get in. I didn't see anything about la voiture, like rental car return. So we're just gonna cruise this way. And it looks like we make like a roundabout. I don't really see anybody else coming like out this way, so it might be a tunnel underneath the ground. I'm not really sure. See, I was going to the cargo area. That's where I U-turned to. Alrighty, I got it. Yep. Okay, so it's literally right on top of each other. That's why navigation was all messed up. So you're gonna see fences, and I need to be on the other side of that fence for the rental car return. I do remember that. You might have been able to get there. I'm not exactly sure, but see, this goes in this tunnel, and then you make a left and you end up on the other side of that fence. Not where this traffic is, this cross traffic, where that bicycler was way over there. And I do remember this being backed up as well. So I'm definitely glad I'm not dealing with this coming from Chamonix and trying to make my flight. That's why I did this right now. Just make it easy on yourself. And so, okay, now we're getting our clues looking good here. But unfortunately, we go down to one lane and, well, well, they're blocking I might as well come over here and block it right here. But anyway, we're gonna go down here. We're gonna get on the other side of this fence, and then that's where the rental car return is. Goodness gracious. Motorcyclers are like, I'm out of here. Again, don't try to outsmart GPS, even though you literally thought you drove past it. It's because it's stacked up on top of each other, and Google Maps is like, hey, like, you're not there. So yeah, a little frustration, wasted about 15 minutes, but it's all greasy beasy. The hotel room is beautiful. We're gonna have an absolutely fantastic night stay. I do need to get in this, I think we're down to one lane. I need to make a left over here eventually, so I think we're all merging, really. Yeah, I think we're just merging into one lane. That's why it's a little bit of a backup. So just scan the QR code on the Europe car sheet. Make sure you're not going to the Swiss side, the French side. Have yourself a little stoop. Now the buses, they can go on the right-hand side over there. And that's again why I did this. Now I'm gonna walk back. I'm gonna figure out, I brought my passport just in case, and like my rental car documents. So I'll figure out the best plan of attack for walking back. Crown Plaza does not pick up or drop off on the French side. They're not authorized to. Now another option for you, I was actually thinking about staying in an Airbnb on the French side. You can enter in on the French side. You just got to ask Grok, and I thought it was just too much of a pain. That's why I hoofed out the money for the Crown Plaza. Now, with regards to Crown Plaza, since, you know, we're just sitting in traffic, so I checked in, and thank you, Crown Plaza #1. Like, very initiative, very apologetic, and again, I hit them up originally on X Twitter, asked them for an upgrade. They got back to me and they said, hey, you know, the hotel has noted it. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit, it's too busy with the watches and inspiration. Yeah, okay, so we enter in France and we do a little loop around coming up here. I asked him, you know, when checking in, I was like, hey, I know you guys are busy. He's like, yes, we are. I was like, you know, I'm going to be reviewing your hotel. And he actually said, yes, I, really nice guy at the reception. He said, yes, I see it in your profile. So upon checking in, they actually knew that I was going to review the hotel, and he talked with his manager, and I think they only have like one junior room, but again, you know, they might give it to somebody who's like high up there on the tier status over me. I think they still have a 1-bedroom and a junior suite. He talked to his manager, talked to the guy above his manager, and unfortunately, he said they're very sorry. He was very apologetic. Said, unfortunately, he couldn't do anything. Okay, I got to put the camera down. We were in France, so I won't raise the camera, but right after this little booth at the Swiss border, there's a stop sign, and it literally says Airport Sector France. and that's where you want to go left to do your U-turn. That's why there was a backup here as well the other night when I left the airport, is because people are entering France this direction. I'll try to get the shot once I pass the officers, but it's just follow navigation. It's literally right behind them, and we're gonna U-turn into the France airport sector. All right, there's a very small turnaround, and then I'm in the fence right now. I actually had to ask him, and he led me in the right way. Okay, now I remember it. Very good. All right, I'm gonna get off filming. Pay attention to where I'm going. Okay, yeah, see, that's where I did my right turn heading back to the cargo area, and you should be on the fence side right here. So we are 550 meters out. Okay, now this looks familiar. All right, we're back in the game now, baby. We're back at the game now. Thank you, Jesus. That again was a little frustrating. Oh, I'm going a little fast here. Thank you, officers on the French side. And the entrance should be right over here. Let me put the camera down. There's also a sign right here that says, Return, Voitures du Location, car rental return. So you need to go up here a little bit more. Google Maps has it back over there, but follow the signs. There's your Hilton right there. So now I'm on the French side. So literally I was right below it. Now I'm above where I was supposed to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and cruise on through here. So I'm where I need to be, but now we just need to pay attention to signs. Again, I was right below us. That's why I was super confused. Yeah, because the fence, I think, is Switzerland. Okay, so now we're gonna go back into a tunnel. Yep. I remember all this now. It was late that night. It was a day of travel, and we're gonna continue through this little tunnel here. And then I punched out of this tunnel somewhere for like the exit, but it'll be easy get around. Good thing I'm running on a battery, and I'll double check the rental car when I get out as well. Okay, Libri, SOS. Hold on, okay, here we go. Eurocar left, okay? Hertz, everything left. Yep, okay, that's where I punched out of to my left. That's where I exited for Eurocar, right there. And there's the attendant right there. So I can either go upstairs, get my finalized receipt. I mean, if I have to head that way anyway, might as well. But then you just loop around, and here's all your rental car returns right here. Okay, just follow GPS, but then follow that sign for the get-go, and we'll turn left right here. And Europe car. I keep calling it Euro car, but it's Europe car, and it's all the way down at the end over here. And then we'll go upstairs and figure the best way to get out of here. Man, National Enterprise has a BMW fancy little car. Okay. Anyway, we'll do a once-over check-over, hand him the keys, and we'll call it a day. Alrighty, everything checked out good. Now we're gonna have to hoof it. Sorry, too high here. Over here on this side, and we're gonna go to terminal. You can do the lift if you want to. We're gonna do the good old stairs, and he'll walk around parking terminal. He'll walk around the car with you. He'll check the gas, everything checked out good. He checked for scratches, not really scratches. It was just like major, brings back a lot of memories. This is where I was trying to enter with my big old snowboard bag. That's why I definitely taxis, exit. This is kind of bringing the trip to an end. It was just literally 2 weeks ago when all these memories were flooding in, heading to Chamonix. I have a big smile on my face right now. So cool, man, so cool. Literally by yourself, your big old snowboard bag. There were English speakers though trying to help me out. So I might grab, actually they're gonna email me the receipt, so no need to grab it. And there's no extra incidentals or anything like that. I might wanna check with him about that upgrade, because he did charge my credit card. And at least I can go to the bathroom here too. So I think it was right over, no, this is Avis. Where was he? Okay, no, it was right over here in the corner. Let me go ask him. All right, from the French side, I left my wallet at home. I literally took $5 with me. So make sure that you have your boarding pass. Now I'm on the Swiss side, and I can exit. So that's where I exited before. So now I'm on the Swiss baggage claim side. So it's a little bit iffy with that whole thing. So I return the rental car, and I'm doing this right now while it's fresh in my mind. So I return the rental car and use the restroom, talk to the guy at Europe Car, and really, really nice guy. A different guy, and really nice guy. So, and the guy, the agent that was, that I talked to as well, was like downstairs when I returned the rental car. He was super nice as well. So again, it might have just been, wrong guy, kind of, rubbing me the wrong way or whatever. But anywho, super nice guys nonetheless. All right. And then, so now I'm over where I picked up my bag before, which was over overweight or oversized. And let me get through this part of the airport, and then we'll reconvene. Okay, I'm actually on a bike path. We're trying to figure this out. Could I have taken the shuttle? Sure, but let me see. Where's the bike path for this one? Well, I'm just gonna walk. So, I mean, the hotel literally is right there. So there's the Nash one. Nash was very expensive because of this watch convention thing. So I think I might be going the wrong way, but it's all greasy beasy, baby. Found it. Bikes over here, pedestrians right here. Okay, so yeah, this would have been a little bit of a hoof. It's super close, but it's not as close as you think you are to try to walk with that big old snowboard bag and a big old luggage. That's why super pumped. I didn't stay in that Airbnb I thought I was gonna stay at. That would have been a little bit of a hoof. So that worked out excellent. Thank you, Lord Jesus. So I forgot my credit card thing at home, and I checked all over the car. I definitely didn't forget it inside the car. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna drop it off. I don't need any money. So upon dropping it off, you're on the French side. You need to get to the Swiss side. I did the same thing, and I just showed him my turn left on Avenue Louis Desai. Okay, right here. So I had to do the same thing when I was renting the car. I had to get my luggage. I had to show him my rental car agreement and all that stuff. And we need to go. Okay, it's gonna be on that side of the street, so we need to come down here to this side of the street. So what happened was the guy downstairs is like, hey, all you gotta do is tell the security guard, because there's a security guard, like it's not even like official, he's just at a little booth to cross from the French side over to the other side. And the guy downstairs is like, yo, if you have your boarding pass, you're good to go. Just show him your boarding pass, tell him you're flying out tomorrow, tell him you rented a car, and then tell him you're staying in a hotel. I was like, cool. So I get there, so the closest hotel, so anyway, I was, if the camera zooms in here, Isbiz Hotel is the cheapest one when it's non-watch thingamabobber, and then you literally just walk across your street. Actually, this wouldn't be that bad of a walk. With the snowboard bag, maybe, but, and then you got Nash Airport Hotel, which is super close as well, and then Embassy Suites, where's that one? I think that's a little further down right over there. That was the other option, which was a little bit cheaper, but then Crown Plaza literally is right over here. So you do have some options to stay very close, which if it wasn't the watch convention, these places would be very cheap or cheaper. Wow, off in the distance, you can actually see a mountain peak, and that's probably one of the peaks. Wow, that's absolutely stunning. Look at that. So if you're gonna walk in the morning, but they have airport shuttles, try to find a place right around the Crown Plaza, like an Airbnb, and then just if you don't have all the snowboard equipment, just hoof it right down the street to the airport. It's not that bad. Will I take the shuttle tomorrow? Probably, just because rolly bag, snowboard bag, carry-on bag, you get the idea. And so anyway, I was checking to make sure that the upgrade was credited back. I still haven't checked my my Amex, but hopefully, he's truth that the Crown Plaza literally is right here in front of me. That's not that bad of a walk if you wanted to hoof it. If I didn't have my snowboard bag, I'd probably say, forget the shuttle. Let's just stretch my legs in the morning. It's literally right here. So the guy downstairs said, do you have your boarding pass? And I can't check in yet, or maybe I can, but I haven't checked in yet. But the American Airlines app says I depart in like 14 hours or something like that. And the guy's like, I don't know, you might have to you can't like exit. What he told me is you can't exit the French side and walk. I mean, I probably could, but I'd probably have to go all the way around the tunnel, maybe. I don't even know. So I was like, Lord, please. And then he's like, you might have to take a taxi, which is gonna be like equivalent to like 20 euro or 20 US. And I was like, just for, 8-minute walk. Then I looked in my pocket, realized I left my credit cards at the hotel, and I was like, Lord, please. I got $5 on me, and the reason I took $5 was just in case I did take the airport shuttle back, tip them $5. Let me finish that story upstairs. But this is the Crown Plaza, and there's the suites, I believe, upstairs. But you just pull in. I literally filled up at the gas station right there, and then I pulled in to the hotel right here. I might go for a walk this evening, but I am gonna be going to the gym. A little windy too. So here's their restaurant area. There's your taxi right there. But there were buses just jam-packed over here earlier. Little fondue, little benches right there. So what I did is I just pulled up with my rental car. Bellhop came down, helped me with my luggage. All right, let's go upstairs and let me finish that story. Again, super nice. He did give me, I'll explain that in a little bit, but let's grab a cup of water And only one more apple. All right, let's do a room tour. Right off the bat, this place is fancy. So the lights are gonna kind of, there we go. I do have a nice robe up top with some storage here. I got hangers right here. Plenty of hangers for pants as well. I got my coat hanging up. You got an ironing board and an iron right down here. And then a little spot down here for your shoes. And you can actually sit there probably if you want, maybe not. Dirty laundry, or if you want to use that for laundry, that's actually really nice. It's actually a drawstring little bag there, and then it kind of has, I think, your prices, or you have to write your signature on there. Does have a safe right up here, which is nice. Lock your valuables away, nice and deep as well. Deep shelving, again, a bathrobe up here, and down here, another deep shelf, and then we already saw the bottom where you can put your shoes. That does slide this direction, and it's like a frosted mirror where it's a mirror, but it's not quite like a mirror, not like this right here. So obviously see the difference? That's like a mirror. This one is more of a mirror, but this one is more of like a frosted mirror. That's actually really nice. Okay, so then you over here have the bathroom, which does have a slider door. It's kind of like a barn door slider right here, as you can see. And then that opens up right over there. And let's go ahead and start with the shower. A lot of fancy dancy switches. You have an EU plug up here. Looks like it actually has potentially, looks like it has an inverter already in the wall, which is really nice. You got a little mirror right here. And again, this is gonna be the standard room. I think they do standard room, 2 beds, maybe 2 twins or something like that. But again, this is your standard room. And unfortunately, it was quite a bit than their normal rate just because of all the hotels for the watch convention. So coming in here, super fancy. Let me kick off my shoes here. And we have, number one, we have the tile right here. And we have underneath here, you have an extra roll of toilet paper. Ignore that bag, that's my castor oil. I got 2 hand towels, two shower towels, one I'm going to show you in just a second. Tissue below, toilet paper rolled up really nicely, nice stainless steel trash can, really nice, modern, elegant looking tub. You got pee flush, poop flush, mirrors all the way around this thing, which is nice. LED with diffusers up there. You got hand and body wash right here with grape seed extract and kiwi seed oil, and then hand and body lotion. You got a really nice looking modern sink right here. Hot, cold, obviously right there. 2 drinking glasses. Those are plastic, so I'll leave those be. More tissues up here. Beautiful shower. We're definitely going to be taking a shower here. There is an LED light. I think, was that it? That one doesn't look like that does anything. Okay, there it goes. So, and then a towel rack with another towel here. And then you can hang something like that if you do use the jacuzzi. I definitely might use the jacuzzi tonight, and a little step towel here. I just want to make sure that my swim trunks are dry before I do leave. It looks like there's another light there. That might be ventilation. And then it kind of instructions for that. You have hand and body lotion, you have conditioner, and you have shampoo over here with your soap rack. And again, a nice rain shower there. Knobs, of course, and down below your wand, and then a really nice, modern, sleek tile drain going down right there. So overall, the bathroom, as you can see, is very nice amount of room in here as well. And I'd say it's coffee time. I mean, no, 6:36, because I'm going to crash out early. I don't want to be messing around with any coffee. I might not even go into the city. I'm going to check and see how long it would take to walk there. But you do have this. Let's go back here for a second. Nice pull out. Looks like hot water dispenser. So it's not a coffee maker, but this is all instant coffee. You have decaf. Oh, they do have decaf, so I might sip on that actually right now because it's decaf. And then your regulars, your Nescafé regular. And so obviously heat up your water and then put it in there. And then they do have, oh cool, they do have hot chocolate as well with 2 mugs, 2 spoons. So I'll take those with me, and a couple little biscuits and some tea, English tea, if you want the English tea. There's 4 different bags, 1 green, organic, nice organic green tea. I'll take that with me. Is this organic? That might be chamomile. Yep, that says organic as well. So I'll either have decaf or one of these, and this is organic English tea. Very cool. Okay, so I'll take that with me if I don't use them, because because it is organic, very nice. And I will take these chocolate things with me if I don't use them, which I definitely won't tonight because we already had that yesterday. Cool that it does pull out. Very nice. So I'll sip on that. Again, tonight for dinner is going to be pretty basic. He did give me, and I'll explain that in just a second here. Let's finish the tour of the room. So you have diffusers there, but first I want to lift these up to see the view. So these are not blackout curtains, but like diffusers. And let's go ahead and raise that up. And nice workstation, by the way, as well, if I do feel like editing tonight. And they just go down and up. And then again, you can see the hotel from this side. I'm not sure what building that is right there, but this does, okay, that's pretty cool. A little outdoor area down below right there. I don't think that's part of the fancy dancy spot. So I'm gonna go explore. Oh no, you know what that is? That's not even, I don't even think that's the part of the hotel. Maybe. No, because I'm like looking at like office stuff, I think. No, because that's the same lamp over there. So yeah, I think that's the hotel right here. And then it looks like down below, there's some nice little areas to have coffee, umbrellas, etc. And then yeah, I think that's the reception down here, and then a nice little kind of grassy area here. So this is my view coming right over here. Yeah, I remember the little garden behind the reception. So that is the, that's part of the hotel. Let's go ahead and lift this one up. And it does have some pull tabs. If they go up too, if they go up too high, you do have pull tabs right here that get it all the way up right there. And then these do open up. I don't believe all the way. There we go. You got to push that little tab in. And that's as far as it goes right there, just for some fresh air. Because obviously those are massive, because this is like a little, safety feature right here. So if this one is closed all the way that way, and those are massive windows, and then this one would slide just to this little butt system right here. Yeah, I can't hear a thing, so let me open this back up and I can hear a child. Hold on one second. Yep, that is very soundproof. Very nice. And then you do have, so you have the sunshades, and then you have some rollers as well, I believe. Let me bring this one all the way down, and then yeah, just do this, and then here's your blackouts right here that go all the way down. So that's very cool. And of course, oh yeah, it's just one big long one, and that would black everything out. I mean, you could barely see anything over here. Let me just show you real quick all the way down, because this is a review, and a lot of you guys do like to keep everything blacked out. So I like the lighting, by the way. Flipping back around, yeah, you can barely see anything. A little crack that side, a little crack that side, very little coming out. It's pretty much blacked out in my personal opinion. Okay, a little too dark in here for me, so let's go ahead and raise that up. Okay, so we have a nice floor lamp right here with a chair, and forgive my baggage, my snowboard bag here. So you got a lamp here, you got some reading lights right there. There goes the one on the lamp. That's your LED lights behind the bed, and that's for the hallway. Very cool. So if you forget that hallway light, LED lights, lamp, and then the reading light next to your bed. So you got LED lights that run behind the bed. Very cool feature, as well as two lights up here. Big wardrobe mirror. Smaller television. You're looking at probably 36, maybe 40 inches. Remote control there. Coming back over here, you have your plugs here. That looks like you could put a US plug right there, so maybe an adapter, but bring your adapters just in case. Direct Wi-Fi access right there. Little desk lamp right there. Looks like some ventilation coming up right there. Chair, and then this kind of looks like a, just your modern chair with a little back to it, but it would be nice to, edit there, and you can kind of look over the green grass here. Now, if you were going to have a mountain view, I think it would be the opposite direction, or city view. I'm not exactly sure. Let me hop up here. No, not really. It is nice having this tree, though, and this green kind of area right down below there. And we'll give you a full review of the bed. Big fluffy pillows look good. And it's interesting, after being kind of like outside the city, and then you're in the city again, and it's kind of like lively and busy. I remember back in 2002, I remember being in like a big city and then feeling a little bit overwhelmed, and you were ready to go outside the main city and go back to like just something a little bit more mellow. I remember when my buddy and I were traveling around, like you go from Chamonix or the Zouche, and then you come to Geneva, a lot of people staying at the hotel, a lot of business, a lot of to and from, I met a pilot down at reception, asked him, hey man, do I need to get to Geneva airport, this, quick. And he was like, no, if you're flying first class or business, you don't need 2 hours. So definitely give myself at least an hour 30, if not maybe a little bit more. I do want to film the lounge. So maybe we'll take the 5 a.m. shuttle over. I think it's every 20 minutes or 10 minutes. I'll ask reception on that one. I'm also going to ask for a wake-up call, even though I will set my alarm. And I'll charge my other phone and set that alarm too. Because with an early morning flight like that, you of course don't want to miss the whole experience. Because who knows if they try to like, oh, hey, we can't get you in first class. We're going to have to, put you in economy and get you back and, refund your miles. Like, nah, this is the whole adventure. All right. You got a couple more plugs down at your side right there. Nice little big nightstand right here, as you can see. You could even, push that closer to you if you wanted to sit in this chair and watch television right here. And coming around here, you do have what they call the mini bar. And, it's, some, obviously used, so it does have some scratches in it. People, use it for work. I do have some things already in here already. It is kind of a smaller fridge. It says, if you wish to order from the minibar, please call room service. So we'll leave that in there. So obviously it's not full of anything. I did snag the last apple downstairs and I'm chilling that. We're going to have that for dessert tonight. Looks organic, looks delicious. And they do give you a complimentary bottle of water in a glass water thing, which is really nice. 100% recycle with compliments EAU water. I definitely will be drinking that. So you do have a fridge. I put a few items in there and it's blinking because the door is open. You do have a little storage right there as well. And you do have I'm not sure what you would put right there. Television, remote control, glasses that I will be using right here, as well as bottle opener for your water. And this is kind of cool. Again, this is kind of a slider mirror. And then I just put my passport, wallet, stuff like that. My hand sanitizer up there for right now. But I just wanted to give the room tour before it did get dark so you can kind of see the room. Love the LED lights as well. And I'm not sure if that's just small crown molding or if that's cord management to wrap cords all the way around. We'll see how fast the internet is as well. I do need to schedule my YouTube video. So we'll do that pre or after the gym. Again, it's already 6:46. Good night. So that time went by pretty quickly. Over here on this side, a different nightstand right here. And let's see, pull out drawer, no Bible, unfortunately. They need to make sure Bibles are in there. Looks like you have a USB and a Type-C charging area right here. Very nice if you don't have the wall plug or adapter. And then you do have your adapters area right here. So all your different plugs for your countries right here, as well as let's see, that's this reading light. Don't know what that one is. That's LED lights, and that's the light right above here as well. So you have switches on both sides, which is really cool, integrated really nicely. Love the mirror there. Hair's looking frisky. And let's go ahead and get that out of the way. And let's get the initial impressions of the bed. Very, very nice. Very comfortable. Reminds me of when I went to my cousin's wedding at the Westin in St. Louis. It was really, really nice. Super comfortable hotel sheets. Super fluffy and nice. I think we've seen everything in the room. Let me flip you around real quickly. As I'm lying in bed, at nighttime this would be even more spectacular, but there are LED lights around the TV console here, right there and there. But kind of interesting, I'll be honest with you, being in a hotel room, I kind of felt confined just a little while ago. It was kind of interesting where it's like I'm just used to this open space, not this very small like studio type of a place. And it was kind of weird. I almost kind of felt like confined because like I'm used to going out on a balcony and stuff like that. So anyway, very, very interesting. But that was really interesting. And I mean, it's a good size room, especially with the work desk and then the area right over here. I know New York hotel rooms and London hotel rooms can be very small, obviously due to space. But overall, this is a really nice bed. I think this is just a queen. I thought he said king, but maybe U.S. king to king here. But anyway, feels really nice, really comfortable. I like what I'm seeing so far. Let me finish the story about the rental car. So the guy downstairs, and again, the Europe car guys that I talked to today, super friendly, super nice. I wasn't trying to like discourage, but again, it was just the upscale and not, being straightforward with, the winter tires, etc. So he told me that he's like, I don't know if you're going to be able to get through. You might have to take a taxi and it's going to be like 20 or 30 euro. And I was like, what? And then I saw that I didn't have my wallet, forgot my cards, which I just checked and it's in my backpack. And I was like, I got $5 on me. So what I would have to do in that case, God, praise the Lord, didn't happen. I would have had to tell the guy, like, hey, listen, like, I'll be right back. Let me go upstairs, get my card, and come back down. So I approached the guy, and it's just a guy sitting at a booth. I said, hey, I just returned a rental car. I have a hotel. I fly out tomorrow. And he said, do you have a boarding pass? All I did is I probably could have figured it out, but I don't have a boarding pass because I didn't check in yet. So I showed him my American Airlines app that says you're departing in like 14 hours or something like that. And he said, okay. And I just walked on through. Praise the Lord. And then literally right when I started filming, it was right there. So that was definitely a blessing, not having to pay an extra fee. Then when you exit the airport, just find the bike lane, which will lead you to the walkway. Maybe I went the wrong way, but that's the way I got back to the hotel. Super simple. But a little confusing, I'm not going to lie. It's really like the Geneva airport has a lot of buildings. It's not just straightforward. It's kind of like office buildings and what's going on. How do I get there and how do I get here? And anyway, it's not just like, oh yeah, there's the walkway, there's that way. So anyway, little detour with the rental car, got it back, everything checked out good. So praise the Lord on that one. It is 6:52 right now. It's going to be dark in a little bit. I don't think I'm going to go into the city, to be honest with you. I think I'm probably going to work out and eat. Maybe hit the koozie and just crash. And kind of a bummer, to be honest with you, that I had to spend so much because typically this hotel is not this expensive. Neither is any of the ones around. So the Isbiz Hotel I pointed out earlier, that hotel was, again, it was I think like $120 or $140 a night. And then just with this convention coming in, man, it's just busy. So like the people downstairs were checking a lot of people in. There were big buses for this convention, and probably these watch manufacturers are sending all their reps, and the convention center is probably packed. Who knows, man, but it's pretty wild. Anyway, glad I booked my room when I did because I'm pretty sure they're sold out except for maybe a couple really expensive one-bedroom suites. When I was on booking.com or whatever, even their website I think had it, but again, they're gonna give one of their really high-end representatives or status tiers with their Crown Plaza hotels. They're going to give them that upgrade before they give a YouTuber who's going to review a hotel. So anyway, super nice. They did give me a complimentary drink and a tapas or something like that. I'm not really sure what that's all about. I probably won't go down there, but nice nonetheless that they did that. But super glad I was able to figure all that out and not try to figure that out tomorrow morning. So learn from me. If you have an early morning flight, don't try to push it. Don't try to stay in Chamonix. Leave Chamonix at 4 a.m. to try to be here and return the rental car and da-da-da-da-da. I mean, if you know where you're going, if you've watched my video and you kind of like, okay, I kind of understand where I'm doing, but you always got to plan for gasoline, and then what if this happens? What if that happens? Blah, blah, blah. That's why I did this and spent a little bit too much on this room, to be honest with you, but it was for the convenience factor and totally fine by me. So thumbs up in my book. All right, so reception was super nice, and they literally had my profile in there knowing that I was going to review the hotel. Very, very cool. So the guy down at reception, he said, if it wasn't during this convention time, no problem. They would have gave me the one-bedroom suite that cost literally equivalent to, what was it, like $1,500 US. They would have put me up there and let me review that. And I told them, I said hey, it's going to be better for the, the video. It's going to be, if I can get an upgrade. He talked to his manager. He talked to his, because all the big dogs are on site right now because of this big convention. And they just said, sorry, there's nothing we can do. We will give you a complimentary drink and a tapas or something like that. And that's very nice of them to offer that. I really do appreciate that. The room is very adequate, but if you look at the website for Crown Plaza Geneva, they're one-bedroom suites. I think they even have little balconies, and they're dynamite. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if all of them do, but some of them do. And they, the one I was asking for was a one-bedroom mountain view, and it's a one-bedroom suite, and nice. This room is very nice. This room is very nice and adequate. Definitely has a lot of cool amenities to it. I got a bathrobe I could wear, which I will. I'll probably have my dinner in a bathrobe. It's going to be a simple night, to be honest with you. It's going to be a simple night. I'm going to have my apple I picked up from downstairs. I won't worry about any breakfast tomorrow because I'll be doing lounge food, airport food. So I'll fast until maybe I'll grab like, whatever, maybe a cup of coffee. Maybe one before I leave here, maybe just wait till I get to the Geneva lounge. But I do need to crack that water. I do need more hydration in me for sure. So if you're like myself, you can get a little frazzled sometimes, especially with some of those details, especially if you're running late. So make sure you're not running late, my advice, and do the day before. And if you're not traveling during this convention, then it's going to be a lot cheaper as well. The gym is open 24 hours, and of course we're going to be using that. I probably should do that sooner than later. So maybe work out, come back, and then eat after that while I still have a little bit of energy, because the more I lay down, I'll probably want to crash out a little bit. And then what I do need to do is I need to finalize. I packed really good, but I do need to, tonight before bed, definitely before bed, I need to get out my bag scale. I need to make sure that my bags are in the appropriate, just shifting things around maybe just a little bit for potential shower in Dallas or potential surf, which I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I might. But it's going to be kind of, I might. I'm not going to say no, but I might. And then we need to weigh the bags, making sure it's distributed evenly. I am first class, but it's 70 pounds, or is it 90 pounds? It might be 90 pounds. Then it doesn't even matter. But I do want to make sure that appropriately. So I do need to ask Grok if first class is 90 pounds or 70 pounds. And I'll keep you updated because now I am going first class to Heathrow on British Airways, and the same rules should apply with American Airlines. So it should be totally fine, no extra charge or overweight or oversized for the snowboard bag. I'll keep you updated about that one as well. I did see somebody arriving in Geneva with a snowboard bag, and I was like, bro, you coming in a little late to going to Zermatt or the French Alps, that's for sure. And you can fly into Zurich for Zermatt as well. So let's pound some water. They should have gym towels up there, and we'll throw on some shorts for the gym. We'll film a few more things in the hotel maybe. They do have a restaurant. I thought he said the restaurant was only open 7 to 10. Downstairs bar is quite a little bit more. I look a little flushed, but I'm not. Well, I'm maybe walking around. And they do have a QR code right here for in-room dining if you want to do that option right there. That would have been nice instead of a drink and a tapas, which I'm appreciative of. But if they would have gave me like, $50 in, comp dining or something like that, that would have been pretty cool. I would have ordered a nice little steak. If I asked, they might be able to do that, but super easy. I'm not going to be one of these bougie YouTubers that demand things. I'm just going to be appreciative. And my bell guy was really nice, spoke great English, tipped him. And I have noticed people tipping the bellhop, and he seems very happy about that. I did tip him US. Unfortunately, I don't have any euros or any Swiss francs on me. All right, very refreshing. That is nice. Glass bottle as well. I appreciate that. Sitting down in the chair right here, having myself a little glass of agua. I'll bring my, I'm pretty sure a fancy hotel like this has water service upstairs, but I'll bring my water bottle just in case. That's on the 7th floor. Just out of curiosity. Man, I slammed that water. I believe they do have shuttle service or transportation cards. The hotel will provide transportation cards. They're so busy, they probably would have explained some of this. They are super busy. But the Airbnb I was thinking about getting is literally like one of these streets, like right over here, but she denied my request because obviously she was probably getting somebody for the watch convention. I think it's actually kind of far to walk down by the lake. There are some nice hotels down by the lake, and that was a cheaper option as well. I just didn't want to deal. I mean, there's probably taxis all over that run, nonstop, but I didn't want to deal with my big old snowboard bag, all my luggage at some like budget friendly one. I just don't want to get to the airport late. So I paid, I think, double the price, maybe a little bit more than double the price for the convenience. Not to mention I get a review of the video as well. Plus I get to review the hotel as well, which God willing will lead into more opportunity. Okay, just out of consideration, let's just kind of like to the edge. I think maybe there's like a little park down here by the water. Let's just say right there, just out of curiosity, at the L'Horge Fruit, open 24/7. Yeah, it's like a park, or Jardin Angeles. Let's see how far that way is. Oh, I need to connect to the internet. Driving is 22 minutes with a little bit of traffic. Walking is an hour? Oh my goodness gracious, 4.4 kilometers. 5K is 3 miles. Oh yeah, that wouldn't be nice. I could do that a lot quicker than that. But that's actually quite a bit of time. We saw it the other night. Yeah, I probably will skip that. I could probably do that in, let me see here. 4.4 kilometers, 5K is 3 miles. So 4.4 is a little under 3 miles. Let's just call it 2.5. 5 miles. Let's say you're doing a mile walking at a 12-minute speed times 12. Yeah, it will only take you 30 minutes. Might take me a little bit longer than that. Maybe not. Let's just call it 35. So regardless, it would be a while, right? It's already 7:09. If I would have checked in early, probably, definitely. Is there like a really big punch to get out there right now? You probably have. I would literally have to go right now to make it down there. I've been to the city before. I've seen the water blowing before. I drove around the streets that one night. To be honest with you, I think I'm okay. I don't really need any souvenirs. If I've never been here before, sure, I'd go down there. But we saw Lake Annecy, a lot prettier than Lake Geneva, just in my personal opinion, from what I can remember. And so we'll scratch it. Let's just get bougie and enjoy the hotel because I paid a lot for it and I want to be able to enjoy it. So let's go get a dirty workout in, and then let's come back and let's get some tuna fish, eat my apple, have some almond butter. I don't really have any. I can make some tea. I might take some of that tea with me because I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night and go pee. That's for sure. Especially, you got to get some good sleep tonight. Maybe I'll skip my tea tonight. I kind of feel like a decaf coffee right now before I go to the gym. Just kind of enjoy this a little bit. Probably be a nice sunset too. And by the way, outside noise, I haven't heard one plane, but you can hear people if they're like closing their doors like out in the hallway. So I am going to sleep with my white noise machine on just in case. I'm pretty sure you can't really, hopefully you can't hear me. If not, you'll hear some banging. Shut up. Typically with a hotel like this that's designed like this next to the airport, the reviews said even though you're so close to the airport, you just can't hear. I do need to find out about the shuttle, figure out which shuttle I'm going to take. I'm definitely not going to take the 440. But I kind of want to review and have a longer period of time at the lounge. So is like an extra 15 minutes worth of sleep worth it? If it's a comfortable bed, we'll figure that out in a little bit here. I don't know why I didn't have that one open. So obviously you don't want to have your windows open, especially if you're with your spouse, because those hotel rooms, everyone has their shades drawn almost. But, those rooms literally look right onto your bed. But if you pull back right here and you're just working at the desk and you just look over at these beautiful trees right here, that's pretty cool. Pound of that water, by the way. I was definitely thirsty. And if you're wondering, here, let's just ask Grok right now about the tap water at the... let me sign into the Wi-Fi. Okay, nice and fast internet. We do need to schedule... What time is it back home? Oh, it's only 11:18. I'll work out and do that before bed. I do need to post my video that I already have uploaded. That took 3 days to upload. Very nice, actually. Putting my feet up here on the desk. Yeah, just ripping. Having a good old rip-a-rooney. Let me see here. Treat yourself to a drink and tapas. Valid until 4/1/2025 with my last name. So... including premium wine, beer, and non-alcoholic beverages. Drink selection. Tapas might be pretty good, but pretty cool. Probably won't use it, but pretty cool nonetheless. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. But if it wasn't the busy time, your boy would have been able to get the big suite and reviewed that baby. Looking absolutely fantastic. All right, let's heat some water up. Let's do a decaf. It'll just make me feel like I'm actually having caffeine. And then we'll go crank this workout out. Light, very light dinner. After the workout, just put some protein, put some tuna fish in me, some almond butter, maybe a few nuts, but not many. And then we're going to have at it, man. We're just going to have a hoot of a time with the lounges and first class. I'm going to try not to overdo it, but your boy's going to have some delectables, that's for sure. That's why I got to hit this workout hard. So, Maz was getting a hold of me, and we hit up Maz with our itinerary for tomorrow. But again, I've said it, but it's nice. You got a building right there, but I do like this tree right here. And the workstation is actually really nice. Let me move my internet access code card out of the way, but nice little table. I don't think I'll have time to edit tonight, but I might. I'm going to try to crash out at like 10 o'clock, which is 2.5 hours from now. So I better start chilling on the liquids, that's for sure. Maybe 10:30. Just catch some sleep on the plane. Maximum 11. We'll catch some sleep on the plane, but I do need to get up. Your boy doesn't rush. Great lighting in here, by the way, with the windows coming in. your boy doesn't rush, man. So let's just say I take over. Let's say I'm at the airport 5:30. Let's just say 5:30 at the airport. Probably need to get the shuttle at like 5:10. It's only like a 5-minute drive over there, so maybe I'll get there before that. I'll probably take either I gotta find out if there's a 5 or a 5:10 shuttle. Your boy needs, you're gonna laugh at me, but your boy needs a good 2 hours just to get his bearings right. If all my luggage is ready to rip, then I'm good to go. Probably bang it out in an hour and a half, wake up. But I like a slow devotion time, man. I'm not one of these guys that just like wakes up 30 minutes before I need to be out the door, splashing water in my face. I need to chill. I need to like process. And I don't want to think about like everything going through my mind. Last night, it took me a little bit more time to fall asleep because I was thinking about stuff I need to film. And number one, praise the Lord that Hotwire came through with my reservation, because this hotel is so busy that potentially if there was a foul up, your boy would be like, where am I going? Geneva airport closes for like 5 hours. So you got to go on some bench around the city or try to find another hotel way off by the lake and paying taxis and all that nonsense. So praise the Lord that went through. And praise the Lord, he's going to bless the review video and these vlog videos so we can have ourselves a little stew, eat some organic food. Oh, by the way, they give you 2 cards, but you do need to put a card in the little slot for the lights. I think if you remove your card, yeah, I do look a little flushed. Probably because your boy, your boy got a little flustered trying to figure out that whole rental car thing. So it might flush me a little bit. I was sitting in the car, but I had a sunshade. It wasn't like the sun wasn't beating on me while I was driving. And I was in the shade for my Lake Annecy little lunch. Man, that brought back a lot of memories, man, walking through to go upstairs just 2 weeks ago, literally 2 weeks ago. When did I get in? Today's Monday. I got in Tuesday. Did I get in Tuesday? Technically, this trip will be 2 weeks and 1 day, but I thought I left on a Monday. I got in on a Tuesday because I lost a day going overseas. Anyway, it's been like 2 weeks on the dot, and walking up, that was really interesting. Walking up those stairs from the rental car place, just having the whole trip before me. And again, I got a little flustered with the rental car guy, but because of the, upsale of the Volvo, which I'm glad I didn't get, by the way. But trying to process all that, moving my luggage, excitement, tired from a whole day of travel. That was 2 weeks ago. It feels like a lot longer than that, man. And then just driving out of there and just like checking into that beautiful La Zouche chalet, man. That was beautiful. That was awesome. If you can, don't do that at night, just so you could see the mountains and everything, but it was definitely a surprise when I woke up that next day. That was for sure. What a trip. What a trip. Thank you, Jesus. Comfortable chair. For sure. We got some beautiful shadowing right here. Yeah, by the time I would have walked down, it probably would have been dusk anyway. I've just been enjoying just staring out the window, man. Obviously, I wish that building wasn't there, or I wish I was maybe a little higher up, but I think I'm only on the 3rd floor, but I think they started, let's see, like 1, 2, 3. Technically, I'm on the 3rd floor, but I think I'm on like technically the 5th floor because there's like 2 down there and then 1, 2, and 3. I could get used to like traveling around a little bit. I mean, there's nothing like home, but I could see why like the young consultants for Deloitte. So I used to do a lot of transportation back in California. I own my own transportation company, if you've never were aware of that. They said like the older folks, right? Like the folks that were my age, the folks that were well into their 50s, families. It's a young man's game. It's the guys that are fresh out of college that are beelining it to this location, consulting, coming back. And Deloitte would actually, they told me Deloitte, as long as it was like within similar costs or something like that, you didn't have to go home. So what these young guys that would do without like, families, they would actually like go to New York and then jet over to another city and then go back to their location where they need to go. Instead of going home, they just pack a bag, and then Deloitte would pay, instead of them going back home, they would pay for them to go to another city, hang out, see some stuff, and then go back to their work location, like New York or whatever it was, right? But, the consultants that I picked up every single week, it's a young man's game. They would do it. It's their job, but, they want to be at home. They want to be at home with their spouses. They want to be at home with their children. And the higher you get in the company, you kind of push that off to, a younger man's game. This was pre-COVID though, so I don't know what, what Deloitte does now. But I still have a good buddy who works for Deloitte. From what I understand, it's a great company. Nice decaf. That heated up pretty quickly. All right, I got my charging my laptop, charging my this camera as well as my cell phone before I head upstairs to go work out. This has come in clutch. I'm trying to figure out though, I don't know if the US plugs went out on it or not. I'm trying to get a hold of the guy because I can't make my review if this is known to blow. The USBs are fine, but the plugs on top have stopped working for some reason. There is a on and off button for them, but still, after trying that, it's not working. So I want to make sure before I review that it's not a known thing. Now, because this is a review video, it's kind of hard to see, but you know, I mean, it's a review video. The windows are a little hazy. I mean, not bad, but I mean, since this is a review video, we're not gonna nickel and dime and hype every single hotel, you know, saying it's the best of the best. But you know, there is, you know, a little bit of cleaning that needs to be done. That might have been the guy's washing fluid that he didn't squeegee off all the way. But you know, I mean, just letting you know, it's a hotel review. But you know, so far, I mean, that's barely a con at all. That's not even a con for me, really. And then, you know, again, a few little scratches on the desk, but that's, you know, I mean, you put your coffee down, you slide your coffee, you put your laptop down, you work. This is a work table. I got my feet on top of the table. It's absolutely fantastic. Probably the best feature of this room so far is the LED lighting and how quiet it is. I literally opened up that window and I could hear a child, and then I closed the window and I didn't hear the child anymore. I haven't heard one plane. And we're like right next to the airport. It didn't take me very long to walk at all. So again, the pilot downstairs I met at reception, he's like, I wouldn't go 2 hours in advance. I'd go like an hour 15, hour 20. He's like, but that's me. He's like, but I'm not going to tell you that because I don't want you to miss your flight. And I said, well, I am flying first class. He said, oh, business first class, no problem. Just whip right through. So, you know, we'll be appropriate, but we won't be on the 440 shuttle if that I gotta film the lounge. I keep forgetting about the lounge. I want to film the lounge because that's a whole nother video to make. And if you are wondering, no, I might pop in real quick, kind of like subtly, because it is kind of a busy hotel, and maybe get some better shots of. I think the bar was downstairs. I think the restaurant's upstairs. There might be a rooftop bar up there. See, I just don't drink, so future hotel reviews, I'll show it, but I'm not going to be partaking of it. Maybe a seltzer water with a lime wedge, you know. We'll call it a day. But I am going to go up to the gym and I'm going to get a filthy workout in. And I'm going to show you what kind of equipment they have. I think they have cable crossovers, hopefully maybe some Pelotons. I'm not really going to do any cardio because I've done a lot of cardio. I like the reading lights by the bed. That's actually really nice. Look at how nice that looks. That's pretty cool. Blackout shades, very nice as well. Don't need them. Didn't draw one shade any of my properties. I want to wake up, I want to see the light. I want to see the gondolas. I'm trying to think what, I do like how there's a little extra room in here with this chair and this chair right here. This chair is pretty comfortable in the desk. I do wish maybe for me, like maybe throw in, I think I've had a decent amount of water. Not my full water intake for the day, that's for sure, but I've had a decent amount but we'll start toning it down because, you know, we'll have maybe one more big glass of water and we'll call it a day after that one. But right off the bat, love the glass as well. Plastic in the bathroom. Nice that they do have that, but I don't drink out of plastic. So thank you for the glass. Maybe one more water bottle, and they might have, if there was two, they knew it was only me. Maybe they would have had an extra one if there was, double occupancy. They had double for everything else. They have double, they have teas, 2 coffee cups, hot chocolates, which we're going to take for sure. Your boy's going to take those. But yeah, like one more water, and then can't think of anything else right now, to be honest with you. Maybe like a larger TV, if that's your jam. Let me turn around real quickly here. And maybe a little bit, if I was staying here for multiple nights, yeah, maybe a little bit larger of a TV, but it fits the space pretty good. It definitely fits the space pretty good, but maybe a little bit larger, maybe like a 42-inch instead of the 36. And then I do like the LED lighting for sure. And then maybe a little bit larger of a fridge, especially if I was staying here for multiple nights, not just one night. I would need more room in the fridge. Forgive my wires, but I would definitely need more room than that in the fridge for goodies. So that's not your typical hotel fridge. That's just, pretty much a mini fridge for exactly what you see in there. Other than that, that's all I can really think of right now. We'll keep you updated. But now, let's go rip that gym. Also, I'm not sponsored by AG1, but these are from Costco, and they're pretty much like the same things, but, don't quote me on that one. But these you can get them at Costco. They're organic super greens, fruits, and vegetables. And I've actually used these. I never use these, but on a trip like this where you just can't get a good salad or vegetables in, I have used these. I probably have used like 4 packets this entire trip, and I'm going
going to have one right now as well because I'm not getting my greens in today.
That's why I love grok, because can you drink the tap water in Geneva, Switzerland? Yes, you can safely drink tap water in Geneva, Switzerland. The tap water in Switzerland, including Geneva, is of excellent quality and meets strict safety standards. It's sourced from natural springs and lakes, and it's regularly tested to ensure it's clean and potable. In fact, it's often considered some of the best tap water in the world. You can fill up your bottle straight from the tap without worry. Thank you, grok. Totally forgot to show you, but plug down there your do not disturb signs. I'm out on a mission. Breakfast, I'm relaxing. Deadbolt right here. No peephole. Air conditioning and probably heating here. And then this is where you put your card in for the lighting, and then you do have switches here as well upon entry. The bathroom is actually very nice. Very high quality. You got that glass right here, and then a nice little small tile on the floor as well as the sidewall, and then those wall panel tiles are a little bit larger. So you do need your key card to go up, but not down. 7th level is fitness, 8 is club lounge. Right here, and there are rooms, e-space fitness, and then rooms down this direction. This given is the 7th level, decorated a little bit different. Yeah. Let's see what this is. Oh, ice machine. You got a little ice machine right there. Very nice. And what is that? Oh, a shoe polish cleaner right there too. Very cool. Okay. This looks a little fancy. I'll probably bust out the camera once I get in here. I don't know if I'd want... These doors look a little smaller than those doors. Those doors look pretty big. Let me bust out the camera when I get in here. All right, let's do this tour before someone comes. There's literally nobody in here right now. Good night. That's a view, and someone cracked open the thing there for a little sweat session. Oh yeah, it's nice up here. Yeah, when you get above, especially this is all in the corner. So again, there's nobody in here right now, so let's blow through this before someone does come. You got your mats, dumbbells, super light. Looks like all the way up to, I don't know how to like difference it, but 10 kg, so nothing super heavy. Got some bags right there. What is that, 1533? Kind of throw around little foam roller right there. Turning around ab ball machines. You got your incline, decline, flat bench right there for abs. You got some blocks over here as well. So there's kind of separated rooms and plugs right here. Bring your inverter if you need a charge. Air conditioning controls, little remote control. Sweet, I'm definitely gonna be using this. Life Fitness, your only limit is you. Little TV in the corner, light right above. So cable crossovers, I'm definitely gonna be using this. Life Fitness machine, they got a bunch of little cables, all sorts of stuff. People are probably so busy with the convention that they're probably not paying attention to this. So sanitizing wipes, looks like isopropyl alcohol, towels, larger towels and hand towels. That's a really cool sliding door, just push to get out and then enter your key and it slides open. Gym and tonic. Dirty towels go here. Staff right there. Fitness center rules. I want to go for a run. They have a little map of the city. Let's see what's up here. Hopefully the light turns on, maybe not. 2 showers, a toilet, which is nice. Let me see here. Fitness center rules. What's this? That's locked, whatever that is. There we go. Push that for some lights. This door is locked, probably maintenance. You got 2 showers. They have all the body lotions, rainfall shower, and then just kind of a getting ready little room, towels, makeup, hair dryer right here. And that does slide shut with a fog thing there. And then this is all fogged out as well, but it is a co-ed gym. So even though it is fogged out, you probably still could see a figure in there, so just a little heads up on that one. But again, nice that they do have a toilet up here. So with body washes and hand washes and lotions, so you don't have to worry about going pee. You can hang your stuff right here, bench right here, and let's continue on before, again, someone comes. Water dispenser here, very nice, with some cups, trash, scale, clock right there. And then they do have it open a little bit over here, but of course you can close those. Nice treadmills, run your world, row machine, elliptical, and a bike right here. All this is pre-core. So you got a bike. It looks larger because of the mirrors, but you got a bike, elliptical, rower, 2 treadmills, and let's check out the view, man. So that's the Nash Hotel. That's the closest one right there. Looks like a golf shop or something here, like apartments there. And then you got planes coming in. That's pretty cool. I might just do some cardio just to watch some planes coming in. And then you got a casino over there. And then where's the Embassy Suites? I thought that was like right there. Look at the car park though, man. That thing is totally filled with cars right over here. But super mellow airport. A little breezy right now. You got some apartments right here. So if you do get an Airbnb, you might be able to get something like right around here. More, I think, hotels right around that direction, but this is pretty up here. If you can get a higher room, and then there is another level. I don't know if there's rooms. We'll go over there after the gym, but this is pretty cool. I definitely want to set the camera down, start working out. Well, yeah, that's a big golf shop down there, man. And then of course, like there's rooms right around the corner, so I won't film them, but it looks like we're on the same level. So maybe level 8 is only the restaurant or whatever's on the rooftop there. But there's the Nash Airport Hotel and the Isbiz, I think, other one. That's literally a jaunt right there if you can't get into this place here. Assault Power Elite Rower, very nice. And then I think this is all probably, storage. So yeah. So a little safe right there. If you want to put your passport in there or whatever, you can put backpacks, water bottles. I just have my stuff on the bench right here. Let me see. In that case, let me make sure that that one's locked. And then again, the ab room with the dumbbells over here in this corner. I'll probably be getting after this and maybe some abs, but I superset, so it's real simple. But definitely enough room in here where you can wander around. Again, clean up if you, now this is obviously another really good idea. If the gym is not busy and someone else is down in the bathroom, like your spouse, and you're like, man, I really gotta go, come up here, take a shower and do your thing. Your number 2 right there. That would definitely feel good. This is nice, man. I might just walk because that's gonna come, yeah. Hold on, check this out. This is pretty cool. So here comes a plane coming in right here and it's gonna fly in. And let's just watch this thing land here, right? Touching down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just landed. Goodness, that's probably, well, no, it's already 8:12. I was already landed way before that. I think I landed 6:30. My flight came in 2 weeks ago. So, they're running, British Airways is running short haul flights, they call them. Again, you sweep over that mountain right there. I'm just gonna call it a mountain, but it's like kind of a big hill. That's what I saw coming down the French side over here. And then you whip around this way and then you come this way. Let's get over here real quickly here. Making sure that you can't see any Alps. You're kind of too far over this way, but I think they consider this the mountain view. Is this direction here is what you're gonna get if you book the mountain room. And you're way above, especially if you can get up here, you're way above the apartment complex. That's not gonna block your view. Like, check this out. Let me just film it real quickly here. So coming around the corner, there are rooms right there that are unobstructed going that direction, which is really, really cool. So yeah, I'm gonna just kind of walk on the treadmill for 5-10 minutes and then we'll start lifting some weights. Don't want to get it too late. It's already 8:13, goodness gracious. Maybe close that window as well. It's gonna get a little breezy in here in a little bit. Nice big area right here for your water bottles, your Yetis, not to mention if you're filming yourself, and then big old screen on these things. I don't even know what those are for. You watch something while you're just chilling. This is pre-core machines again. Maybe it's been a while since I've had, gym access. I'm a member of 24 Hour Fitness, but look at this. So this is like a wireless charger. You just set your phone up there and watch a YouTube video and it charges wirelessly. Wireless charging for your watch. There, you can kind of see a little bit more over here on this side when you're away from the wall. There's rooms right there and they have like major shades right there. So again, they're having a beautiful view this direction. And the people that are here for the convention are probably out with, like clients or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, they're just doing their thing. I think it better be touchscreen for Run TV, aerobic, and it probably is already connected to all that stuff. I'm just gonna hit quick start because I'm just gonna watch the planes come in a little bit. Workout beginning, starting treadmill, 1.6. Let's jack that up to like maybe speed 3 and then 4. Start flat. This is kind of a slow pace. Let me see what I was walking back in Chamonix. I was like hoofing it pretty good. I think I was walking at like a 4.5 pace probably, just to get where I needed to go. So that puts me down to a 13.20. Is that kilometers though? That's kilometers per hour, yeah. So that puts me at a 13:20 pace for a kilometer. at 4.5. Oh, that's not miles per hour, that's why, duh. 4.5. Typically I go on 4 and it fills faster than this, so let me see. Like maybe 6 kilometers per hour is 4 miles per hour. That feels more about that. That puts me down to a 10 pace for a kilometer. So, all right, we're just gonna do this for like 10 minutes. Oh, that's a big plane coming in. Hold on. Let's get you a little bit more stable here. Yeah, look at that one. That's a big one. That looks like it's a lot bigger than my British Airways one that came in. Let's watch him. Yeah, big nose up right there. That's a thick one right there. Must be an Airbus. Can't read what it says. Elite something or other. That was definitely bigger than the British Airways one that came in. Nice having the whole gym to yourself. I haven't heard anybody come in. They do have a sign right here that says use the treadmills only from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. So the banging of your shoes on the treadmill must affect the rooms right below. So just a little heads up on that one. If you get level 6, you might not want to be underneath the gym. The gym is open 24 hours if you are wondering. I just realized what a tapas is. I think a tapas is an appetizer. So it was a free drink and an appetizer, which would be really nice. Like if I was having a glass of red wine with an appetizer, that wouldn't be all that bad, but just don't drink. Now, I will be honest with you. Now, for tomorrow, like on the flight, they'll bring champagne. You'll have like 1 or 2 sips of it and call it a day, Definitely don't need the whole thing. But just to be able to experience some of that, and 1 or 2 sips, I'm not trying to stumble anybody. Just a little sip. We'll keep it frisky. Okay, got 15 more seconds. We'll head on over to go get some weights done. I think I'm gonna probably concentrate mostly on the cable system just because you can get a little bit heavier of a workout in than the dumbbells at 10 kgs. Now, if I was doing some shoulders, which I kind of did everything yesterday, but I might just kind of repeat because obviously I wasn't doing it with weights, it was just body exercises. So, all right, let's get out of here, go over there, hit that stop button in the workout. You gotta get creative, but you can get a nice little filthy pump in. But the bars attach on both sides, which is a little different. I wish they had a few more attachments. Tricep rope would be nice. Smaller bar, but you could still do biceps, but you just have to use both instead of just singled out. But you can, of course, use the handles, do individual arms if you want, or chest. So you just gotta get creative for a nice little filthy pump. I do love this though. Your only limit is you. With you and God, everything's possible. Those are actually rooms down this hallway by the gym. Don't know if I'd want a room right there. Let's wander up to 8, see what's over there real quick. It's looking pretty frothy. I'm not gonna lie to you on that gun right there. Looking good, looking chic. Looking chic, all right. So this is, let me show you, shoe shine, separate restroom. Oh, because the club lounge. Yeah, there's actually people in there. Let me randomly see if, nope. You gotta have special access. Looks like there's a billiards table, some like fruit. There was people in there, I would have filmed a little bit more, but you can kind of see a little bit, but yeah, that's the club lounge. Beautiful view nonetheless. And then some more rooms that space over this direction here. People have to go outside to smoke. The elevator smells like smoke, literally like wafting in with them. All right, heading down to 3. Again, breakfast and meeting rooms are down at -1. Also sanitize your hands There was a guy up there in the gym that was yakking, so definitely don't want to get sick. I'm just going to go down. Let's see, meeting rooms -2 and -1, reception bar. I thought there was a restaurant. This is -1. And again, I'm just filming on a cell phone, but my camera died. We got a coffee machine. I'm hearing some music. Let me go pump in there real quick here. Nice coffee machine. Let's see what's going on over here. Oh, that's just the restaurant bar. So that's just up one level. I was like, what's going on up there? They're pumping some tunes. Bathroom's over here. So it's hopping up there right now. I won't go through there and film because I don't have my nice camera, but so that's the bar restaurant. These are your meeting rooms down here that I can see from my room. And all these are, you know, like iPads right there. And then I'm gonna keep my voice down, but it might be like a little lounge area. Right here, little kind of workstations. Restrooms are over there, but cool little vibe nonetheless. And then you go back upstairs. So all these are the meeting rooms. Meeting rooms over here, restrooms. And then you can get back up straight ahead and then go up and over. So people are literally having meetings. I think that one was a mutual space, like a work station. And she was speaking English, so I'm pretty sure that she just tucked herself in the corner. Really nice little space down there that I filmed. I needed to edit and wanted to get out of the room. Yeah, go down there. Put your headphones on, lounge. Again, that was -1. And then -2, there are more meeting rooms there. And then just a light panel at the end of the hallway. That's pretty cool. So if you are wondering, I'm staying in 305. And so key to get in. And I just left my probably not very green piece of me. Let me see if, yeah, those doors, they don't slam, but it's starting to get a little bit later now, so you don't want to be that guy. And then, you know, I mean, if we're in Switzerland, but you never know. So again, air conditioning, I'm going to kick that down. That's way to 23. Goodness gracious. No, we don't want that. I might leave my window a crack because it's pretty warm in here. I don't know how do I turn that off? Temperature. I don't know. Everything's in Celsius. Oh, look at the LED panels. Okay, let me charge my better camera. Hold on. All right, other camera is still charging, so bear with me for just a little bit here. That actually was a really good pump. I actually got a really good pump out of that. Striations are looking good. I won't point the camera down there too long, but that's the gal. Kind of a glare there, but that's the gal down there in that workstation, tucked in the corner, and that might be just a work Mac over in the corner. And then, anyway, really nice room. So I would definitely take advantage of that if I was going to be up a lot longer and needing to get in a nice little space and work. Could be a colleague that wants to, you know, sharing a room maybe on a budget, or she just wants to go somewhere quiet outside of the room, make some phone calls. Anywho, sorry, luggage is on the bed right now, so I am needing to rearrange a little bit. LED lights, like all the lights I'm pretty sure are on right now. And again, the glow underneath, the glow on the side, the edge, and the lights over here, very, very nice. Both reading lights are on. Lamp is on, and this lamp isn't on right here, but I could always click that guy on right there. And sorry, this is a workstation, and I'm charging my devices. Got my luggage scale weigher right up there. That definitely is going to come in handy for weighing my bags to make sure I'm not overweight, so I don't have to distribute at the airport. This one's already pushing about 70, but again, what I want to do is I want to distribute it because I might use the lounge's shower after Heathrow to JFK. I didn't use the lounge shower last time, and you always say, maybe, but just throw an extra change of boxers and a clean shirt. Definitely a clean shirt because, again, coming to on business class, I changed my shirt after I got back from London Central, visiting Buckingham Palace and all that stuff. So I forgot what I said on camera. I think I was ripe like 3.5 out of maybe 4 out of 10. You know, it was a little bit ripe, but not too bad. Already just got out of the shower. Delicious shower, by the way. But while I'm thinking about it, my reservation with Hotwire didn't include a breakfast. I don't really care because I wasn't going to eat anyway, and I'm leaving too early for breakfast. I'm leaving actually before the breakfast hours, which I think are 7:30 to 9:30, double check. But I am going to find out about their shuttle service. I think it leaves every 20 minutes, and I might place a wake-up call as well. We need to hit the head. It is 10:54. I don't know how the time flew like that, but we need to get to bed.